started here. Let's do this. I haven't checked the recording. Looks like I got levels, so
Levels.
hooray! Let's make sure something's coming over the internets. Real quick, say, whoops. Oh, God damn it. Say something for me,
Whoops.
gentlemen. Test, test.
Whoops. Whoops.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
said
that
whoops.
works.
Say whoops.
said whoops. Said whoops.
Hooray! Said whoops. Oops. Goes black. So when last we left our daring dreamers, they were in the cemetery at Nithibosh, deciding to try to get the people of Nithivosh who've been very close-lipped because they think that the dreamers are wizards of some kind, have been quite rude actually to them, and thought perhaps if we help them with their problem, they'll at least give us information and then we can just get out of here. And entering the cemetery at night, upon seeing some strange figures and the light that you had put so you could see anything that came or went, as the fog rolled in, you soon entered the cemetery and found they were dealing with some kind of creature. Very strange. A few strange things happened. Weird figures in the mist. And then Captain Wabo Cabo, when he was alone after getting shocked very badly, was attacked, and the others went to his rescue. It was eventually realized this creature was some kind of a giant, good sized, not giant, a very good sized thing that looked like a cloak that apparently could fly, that tried to wrap Captain Wabo Cabo up and eat him, but his friends came to his rescue. Alonzo Shaeder struck it once across the tail and bled it, so it can bleed. Um, there was talk of traps and that kind of thing, and eventually the entire group ended up in one of the mausoleums where they had chased, where several of them had chased down a man, a naked man wearing a ratty cloak, and having a willow switch, who apparently thinks he's some kind of creature who can fly and swat people with his maybe his tail. It looked like he was using it by his tail a couple times. He is hiding in the back of the mausoleum, gibbering at them and whipping the switch at them and not letting anyone come close. Everyone else is gathered in the mausoleum. They closed the doors. There was some discussion about what was keeping the mausoleum doors closed, which they determined were supposed to be chains on the outside of each mausoleum, but two mausoleums had been missing the chains when they had investigated the cemetery that afternoon. The one here that you're in, and the one on the north side of the cemetery. If you look in Gaming Tech's Down Darker Trails, there is a picture, an updated map that shows the two mausoleums that you suspect. And those are the two that the doors would not open, but there were no chains holding them closed.
So we're in one of them,
You're in
but we
the
haven't
one to the
seen the
south.
contents of the other.
Number two. Number one, you've just discussed, we need to go see what's in there. Maybe it's in there. At that time, just as you were getting ready to head out, the storm broke over the cemetery, or actually blew in over the cemetery, and the rain started coming down. The thunder and lightning started to play all about. Not super frequently, but you're in a thunderstorm. The rain is coming down decently, but as you peek outside of the mausoleum, very dark out there, but it appears that the rain has driven the fog down to about knee level, and there's now just a low mist over the cemetery. But it's raining pretty hard. But your visibility is not quite as bad as it was in the fog. However, the darkness, when there is a flash of lightning, which is occurring rather frequency, that's not the right word, frequently, you can you can sometimes see the entirety of the graveyard, like as far in that direction uh, as the graveyard is. You can just make out the far fence, the iron fence that goes around it, which is pretty far off in the pouring rain, but only when there's a really good flash of lightning.
Now, have we searched this place in case we
Yes,
missed anything here?
you searched this place. You were afraid there was another exit. You found the little man in the back, the little old man with the terrible beard. He's just
Yeah.
naked, but with this cloak. He keeps hissing at you and gibbering, and obviously he's lost his mind. There's a few coffins in here. Looks like somebody's been moving them around. I believe you guessed that he was pushing coffins up against the door to hold it closed during the day, perhaps. There are some very tiny windows. with bars on them. Even though they're just small windows, they still have like a bar in the middle. They're way too small for anything to come or go through, and you could make a guess that most likely all the mausoleums are probably fairly identical to this one or very similar to it. Um, from what you
Did
saw
we find?
before, they all looked
Did we
very
find
similar.
another exit? Okay. Did we find another exit from this one?
There's no other exit. Just these two double doors in the front, and then on the outside there's like a bar across each front, and then on most of those were wrapped around chains and locked with a heavy lock. You found the chains in the back of the mausoleum that obviously went with this. No sign of the lock. You don't know if it was never there or if the lock was broken, or you don't see any sign of it.
Okay. So
Miss,
nothing.
go ahead.
No clue. No clue here as to maybe who these people were and whether that has any connection to the creature.
Um, Names on the coffins uh, are Colton for the surname, and you recall that was the name above the the doorway to the
Entrance to the
mausoleum.
mausoleum.
Yeah, that name was above that, and then certain names are here. The dates are kind of worthless too. You're not even certain what the present year is. Might even be different from every town. Every town might have their own dating system as far as years go too, for all you know.
Yep.
And it doesn't make any. And Captain Wabo Cabo has no idea. Um,
I'm not from here.
no.
Yeah.
But the coffins appear to be made of really, really solid wood. They're sealed up, nailed shut, and then it's just carved on them names and dates.
Okay.
Um,
So probably no point in trying to open these coffins. It's clear nothing has opened them.
they probably have not been open for a very long time, likely
Okay.
since they
So
were placed in here, and these
okay.
people
So
have.
it's unlikely, for instance, that the creature would be hiding or nesting in one.
No, you can try to open them up, and they're solidly nailed shut. It's going to take a crowbar or a great deal of effort. A crowbar would help. Any kind of a levering device
Yeah.
could get it
So
open.
if I can tell that
Bare
nothing
hands.
has gone in, then I don't need to do
Okay,
so.
yeah,
Point is, in case one of them was open, like for instance, if the creature was nesting or hiding
right.
in one,
Nothing. You don't think any of these have been open in a very long time.
okay,
Miss
then we don't need
Eldridge
to
is
worry
still
about it.
very nervous, and she has been. We're going to say she's been trying to talk to the man
I'm gonna
because I
say
believe
she's
she
gonna keep
did
an eye
that.
on him.
She did that
Yeah.
before, but she does
Yeah.
not want to stay in the graveyard. Although what I'll say is she is willing to stay in this mausoleum if a crewman stays with her with a light. But that's up to you guys. You could also send her back to the ship. That leaves this crazy guy in here unguarded. If you guys want to leave, because you were talking about going to the other mausoleum because you think that's where the creature is. Um,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'll
I
tell
want to see
Dirt.
the other mausoleum.
Yeah, I'll
s-
tell Dirt to stay with her than here for the time
okay,
being.
so you have two lanterns, two magical lights. That's total. And then you got Buzu and you got Yelmont as your crew who are with you as well. All of them are armed
Okay.
with cutlasses. They're wearing the soft leather that's good for 1 or 2 points of armor. They all look very nervous. Dirt is armed the same way. Um, but yeah, so you're gonna leave Dirt with Miss Eldridge here,
Yeah,
and try to have her keep this crazy guy in here as well.
And leave them with a light.
Okay, so they'll keep a
yeah.
lantern,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
and Miss Eldridge has 2 pints, 2 additional pints of lamp oil as well that Buzu gave you.
Okay,
So
okay.
he has four. Your lanterns, actually, you see Yomant is refilling the lantern from one of them. So Buzu has 3 pints left, and Miss Eldridge is going to have to fill the other one. So that'll leave her with one, with about one. Each pint will last about an hour in
Okay.
the lanterns. And you all have been in
Well,
this place for roughly that amount of time, running around,
okay.
and crazy crap's been going on.
So let's go and see
Well,
that other mausoleum then, shall we?
before we check out that other mausoleum, what can any of you guys repair my bow? I don't want to come face to face with that thing again.
Oh, okay.
Um, I,
Work some of your magics, if you will, maybe.
actually,
Yeah, not so
maybe,
much here.
Say again, Lauren.
maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Let me. Can I try a dreaming magic to repair the bow?
Yeah. Yeah, you can unhook it from the bow. Just hold the ends of the bowstring, and then try to will them back together. Yeah, you can definitely do that. It costs a point to repair this bow.
Oof, that one failed. Let me try again.
Each try is 6 seconds, so it's not like it takes long for you to do this.
No. Right. That puts me to 4. I don't have a whole lot of magic, so one last try.
There's 3 coins out there right now.
Got it.
You finally got it. Nice. So he fiddles with it. He's holding it. How do you do this? How do you want to give us a visual of this, Sean?
So, what was broken on it? Sorry.
It snapped
Just the
right
string.
in the middle.
Just
Yeah,
the string snap.
snapped. All right. I'm gonna unhook the 2 ends, and I'm gonna kind of act like the magic trick. It's like the rope, and then it's a little rope, and then now it's back together again. So I'm like, I'm trying to think, remember how like they would do it in like a vaudeville show or something.
You try to do this a few times, and it doesn't work the first 3 times, and then the 4th time you do it, and now it's whole.
Yep.
Like, the Boozer and Thelma have clap. They think it was a trick of some kind.
I'll join them, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
There you are, Captain.
Pull a rabbit out of a hat. Everybody's looking for hats
They didn't say
now.
a live one.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, you've got your bow. You restring it. It looks like it's solid.
Yeah, I like to test it. All right.
Yeah, it looks solid. Watch him roll a 99 in his first shot and break it again.
I don't even have to roll a 99. I rolled a 97 last time and broke it for the very first time I went to use it.
It's a 95 up for a bow, isn't it?
97.
97 up. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Thunder is roaring outside. The rain is coming down solidly. Miss Eldridge says she'll wait for you for 2 hours. But once the second bottle starts to run out, she's going to take dirt and she's going to try to get this guy. And she's going to try to get back to town.
Okay.
And just knock when you get back. Knock on the door or call out or whatever.
Right.
Because she seems rather nervous. And I believe Josie had been making her sound very nervous about the whole situation the entire time. So,
she didn't like the whole idea anyway.
Yeah, it's not out of character. So
you can also secure the door.
The only way... Well, they could secure the door. Dirt asks if you want them to secure the door.
Which way do the doors open?
The door opens... Actually, this door opens to the south.
No. Which way does it? Inward or outward?
It's it's inward. It opens.
So if they move something behind the door, they'll block it.
It will block it. If you're okay with that, yeah, Dirt can move these coffins.
Yeah, just move something in front of the door if they're comfortable with that.
Okay.
And then move it. We'll move it again when it's necessary.
Anyway, you have to. Okay. Yeah. So he says he'll do that. Once you leave, he'll push as many coffins as he can in front of the door.
Okay. Well, let's us go see this other mausoleum then.
Okay. You head out into the storm. Lightning, thunder. The rain is coming down. You're getting soaking wet. Nobody has a slicker on or anything against the rain. Didn't you leave it?
No.
You were laying on it, weren't you?
Yeah, and then I pack it up and take it with me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you
pull it. I have an oil. It's an oilcloth, essentially. It's bedroll / cloak.
Yeah, you can throw it over
precisely for this kind of weather.
Okay, so you've got that. The other two of you don't have anything. And the rain is pouring down. Captain Wabo Cabo has a hat.
It's water. I don't care.
Okay,
yeah.
Dirt's what needs to be out in this. Anyway,
It's true.
Dirt's scared to go out in the weather like this. He's terrified of it.
Are you going to use all your lights?
Yeah.
Okay. So Yalmut has the lantern. Alonzo and Loren have magic glowy lights.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Who's leading? Describe to me what this looks like as you cross this graveyard, passing by numerous graves on this terrible, rainy, thundery, storming night.
I'm staying in the back with my bow out.
You're in the back.
with an arrow knocked.
Okay.
I guess I'll take the lead then. So sword in one hand, light in the other. The crossbow is belted for the moment so that the oilcloth keeps it dry.
Yeah. You can
So
you can have it cocked, but there's no bolt in it because there's nothing to hold the bolt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and I want to keep the action dry
Right.
under the oilcloth.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. Captain Wabo Cabo is probably why his string broke last time, because he doesn't take care of his bow. It's out in the rain. Okay, Loren, where are you?
I'll be, I guess, kind of. If we go single file, I'll be in between them.
Okay.
And
Well, I don't think
will
you're going
have
single
my.
file. You're kind of just
Okay.
grouped.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
be side
I
by
kind of
side.
figured at least two abreast or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be up
but I
there
will
with
figure.
Alonzo, and I'll have my scimitar out, but not like up and ready. More of just I'm carrying it kind of at the side.
Is it in the sheath or is it in your hand?
In my hand.
In your hand. So you have a scimitar kind of in your hand. Wabo Cabo's got his bow out. The pirates, or not pirates, the sailors have cutlasses in hand, the two cutlasses, and then Mr. Shaeder has his cutlass, not saber, has a saber in
Yeah, and
hand.
I'm also holding it as I did before, close to my body, so that if the thing tries to wrap me up, the blade will be inside it.
So you're like this, kind of
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
No, I think
pretty much like that. Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
So the weapon it's closer to the body than a normal guard position if I was expecting a human opponent.
Okay. Um, how are you moving fast? You kind of creeping? Are you trying to get there quickly or not? What's the call? Alonzo, you're kind of in the front, so you're setting the pace.
Yeah. Cautious pace. So
Okay.
we're faster than creep, lesser than jog.
Okay. You head up that direction. You're heading towards this other one. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, I'm keeping my head on a swivel too. I'm scared of this thing coming out of nowhere and trying to wrap me up again.
That's what
and
it likes to
keep,
do.
Keep your eyes to the sky because it flies. Expect it to attack from the air.
The one good thing about this, even though it's harder to see in the rain, every time there's a flash of thunder, it lights up the whole
daylight.
Cemetery. Yeah.
That also makes it creepier.
But this is a pretty violent storm. You creep up. Do you want to go up the hill and over and back down the other side where the statue is, or do you want to kind of ease around the hill in the direction of the mausoleum where Alonzo was waiting earlier to try to catch the thing?
Which way is more direct?
Right up over the hill is the most direct path.
I was say over the hill is going to be the most direct. Yeah.
Up by the statue at the top and then down the other side.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
That's what you do. You get up to the top. There's the statue. There's a flash of lightning that illuminates this marble statue, and then it's gone. There's a crash of thunder that follows. It's very unnerving, but you head down the other side.
Okay, in the back of that statue. I'm leaning to the whatever Balthazar or whatever is. I can't remember.
Buzu?
Buzu, yes, right.
Poke it.
Yeah, poke it.
He like stabs at it.
I'm just making
tink,
sure
tink,
that.
Tink, tink.
All right.
We tested earlier to see if it was hiding.
Yeah. Captain Wabo Cabo almost dulled his knife trying to freaking test it. You're down the other side, back on the path, and you can see the other mausoleum. It's very dark there. As you approach, all of your lights light up the area in front of the mausoleum. It is facing south as well. You can see there are no chains over these doors, as someone had recalled from earlier exploration of the cemetery. And the door might be open, just barely ajar.
All right.
What's the name on the front of this mausoleum?
The name on the front is Lux, Lux. You can see it clearly in all the light that you've got.
Ironic. Well, let's poke a light, basically shine a light inside if the door is open a bit. And see
it is open a bit.
What can be seen?
The light shines in there. Are you poking your head in? I mean, are you...
I need an angle up. Basically, aim the light in and look.
Okay. From what you can see from the light, there are some coffins in this one as well. They appear to be scattered. You know what I mean? They're not like orderly. They're like at odd angles. Is all you can make out. Peeking in through the crack between these two doors.
Yeah. So somebody's moved these coffins too. Looks like.
Yes.
Okay. Can the door be opened?
Yeah, it's not blocked right now. There are no coffins right next to the door.
Okay, then I'll make sure everybody is on the same page, and then I'll put a shoulder to it and push it open.
Everybody's on. Everybody's ready. Everybody's freaking out. At least the sailors are. Uh, you push the door open. It creaks loudly, just of metal against stone on the floor, and metal against metal from these rusty hinges. You can see that there is. Your light shines into this small mausoleum, and you can see there's half a dozen coffins in this. A little bit more than in the other mausoleum. Four of them near the front are all kind of like in all kind of just scattered about the room.
Disarray.
Yeah. Towards the back, there are two of them that are stacked on top of each other that are perpendicular to where your door is.
Okay.
There's a crash of thunder again.
I'm going to work my way to a corner and
Yeah.
just keep my back in the corner.
You're going in?
Yeah,
I mean, if Shaeder went in,
Shaeder opened the door and looked in. That's all that's happened.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Now I'm going in now.
Okay.
Once I see nothing is moving immediately.
Nothing appears to be moving at all. You creep in.
And then I follow.
Okay, then Captain Wabo just push forward and just go in.
But I'm going to keep my back to a wall, and I'm going to work my way into a corner and keep my back in that corner.
Left or right? Which way did you want to go?
Left.
You go left. So you come around. Shaeder, you opened the right door because that was the one that was already partially ajar. Captain Wabo Cabo immediately slips in, puts his back to the door, and then kind of slides himself over into the left-hand corner.
Okay.
It's very quiet, except for the crash of thunder and the rain. You can hear the rain. It's really loud on the roof.
Are the others coming in?
They're moving forward. The two sailors seem to be waiting for Hutton to see what he's doing.
Yeah, I go in.
One.
No, you have two.
Yeah, but Dirt's with
You have Buzu
Eldridge.
and Yeoment.
Oh.
Sailors.
Okay.
You have a third is back at the mausoleum. There are a total of 5 of you right now, NPCs included.
Okay. I forgot that Dirt came later, and that I brought 2 from the ship, and Dirt came with Miss Eldridge earlier. So
Loren, what were you doing? I missed that. I'm sorry.
I'm moving in.
Okay, so you move in. Alonzo, how far forward did you want to go?
I'll make space for the others behind me.
Okay, but
I'll
you're
probably
still
move toward where the two stacked coffins are and have a look.
Okay,
I'm basically looking over the coffins to see if any of them have been opened.
Yeah. Do you want to do the ones in the front first, or do you want to start in the back?
Yeah, then I'll start with the ones in the front, move past them.
So you're looking at those. Hutton comes in. The 2 sailors come in. They're looking kind of behind them. One of them grabs the door and pushes it shut. There's a horrible as it closes up again. It's like a very final sounding crash. Alonzo's looking over the coffins. All of them appear to be still nailed shut, just like the ones you saw in the other one. Again, they have names on them, dates that don't really mean anything to you. But all 4 of the ones that were forward are solid. They're sealed. You don't think anything has opened these up.
What about the 2 at the back? Also sealed?
You go to the back. You can give me a spot hidden real quick.
Okay.
As you look over these 2, they also appear to be sealed. It's kind of harder to check the one on the bottom just because you can't give it a little tug to make sure it's sealed, it's going to be tough to do with another one on top of it. The top one has definitely been totally sealed for a long time, and the bottom one, you see the nails. You can guess that it probably is still sealed. How'd you do on that spot hidden?
Got 2. So extreme success.
Okay, so even as you start to check these out, you realize that there's darkness behind these 2 coffins on the floor. That the lights from the room are not easily penetrating. At first you think it's just a smear of something black.
Okay.
But it only takes you a couple moments to realize that appears to be some kind of hole behind the 2 coffins.
Okay, and
if I shine the light down there. Yeah, you walk over, or you could look around the coffins and shine your light over there. It looks like a sinkhole. It doesn't appear to be man-made. It appears like some kind of collapse has happened in the very back. These coffins are just far forward enough that they won't tip in easily. They're still on flat ground. But then on the sides of the hole, it kind of goes down like this, and it goes into a wide hole that's maybe 8 or 9 feet deep. 8 or 9 feet wide. You cannot see I don't know how close you want to get. I mean, you're still on the other side you're still behind the coffins from it at the moment when you see this.
I'll loop around so I can shine the light right down.
Oh yeah, you hold the light over it, and the light, as far as the light goes, this hole goes. It looks like it's rather deep. Doesn't appear to have any handholds. Doesn't appear to have any ladder, anything like that. It looks like a natural sinkhole, is what it looks like, or a collapse of some kind from below.
I'll point this out to everybody, of course, as I'm shining the light. As I walk around, I'm like, take a look at this. There's a hole here. As I'm walking around to point the light at it.
Okay. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go over.
So everybody
I'm
will
gonna
see
go over
where
and
it
look
is.
at it too. Shine my light kind of down in there.
I'm watching them. I'm waiting for something to come out of this hole and attack them.
The sailors are looking at you, Captain Wabo Cabo. They look like they want to go look, but they also look like they're a little nervous about leaving their post. You just kind of wave them like that.
Yeah, you want to
Okay.
go look? Go look.
They scamper over. They want to see what he's talking about. Oh, they're like, ooh. Anybody can make a natural world on this who is close enough to look at it, Captain Wabo Cabo, which you're not.
Yeah, I don't have any points in it anyway, so
you can.
I was just seeing where I was at. I'll be right
regular success on natural world.
Regular success, Loren Hutton.
1.
You rolled 1. Okay. The regular success. This does appear to be a natural sinkhole. It doesn't look like it was like nobody dug this. There was a collapse of some kind. It just happened to be underneath this end of the mausoleum and formed just a hole down to you don't know where. Loren Hutton, they're assigned something came up out of this hole to you. Not easy to see. Little marks on the sides, like something might have climbed up out of this hole at some time in the past. You got a crit success. Your guess is it was a month or 2 ago. Hold on.
Does that
Yeah, your
correlate
guess
with-
is 2 months with a critical success. Oh yes, the way that rock forms and breaks, etc. ad infinitum, would indicate there was 2 months have gone by.
Does that correlate with what we've heard from some of the locals about
Yes,
stuff in the
it's
cemetery?
been about 2 months since the killings began. The cemetery sightings were newer.
Okay.
That happened. You had the impression them being scared of the cemetery and thinking it was a cemetery is less than a month old.
Now, important point here, is the wall intact? Did the sinkhole take place inside the mausoleum, or did it take part of the wall?
Yes, it took place inside the mausoleum.
Okay, so if I was to walk outside, I'm not going to see anything from the outside.
No, you can't get outside from back here. There is some structural damage to the mausoleum. For both of you can have that too. Because there's now a giant hole here, and the wall is right up at one edge, and you can see the wall is starting to like shift a little bit, and your guess is that it's a sinkhole, and if it does expand and gets bigger, this whole mausoleum could end up sinking into it potentially.
Yeah, but for the moment, it looks like our creature came from here.
Oh, it definitely came from here. There's whatever. It still does look like the hole formed naturally, but something came out of this hole probably about 2 months ago.
The sailors back away from the hole upon that revelation.
Can we see the bottom of the hole?
You cannot. And your light goes about 30 feet, and then maybe another 20, 30 feet after that, you can see like dim, shadowy stuff, but you can't see a bottom to this hole.
So it's pretty deep.
Is it? Oh, I'm not there. I'm not right there. So
you can hear them talking though. So if they're talking,
yeah, I'm gonna ask. So, is it? Does the hole go straight down?
Looks like
pretty.
And farther than the light reaches.
Yeah, something must have dug its way up.
No, you got an O on natural world. This is a naturally forming sinkhole.
Okay, but something did crawl out.
Something climbed up out of it.
Okay.
With little claws.
The thing lived underground, and then this hole formed, and it went, hey, look, a hole. And it went up.
Also, Sean, with your 01, you're betting you could kick out an opening in the back if you really wanted to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of the building. If you're trapped in here with the thing and the only way is to smash your way through this wall, it would not be as hard as doing it with a wall that wasn't.
There's enough damage to that back wall.
Yes, that it could be knocked over if you put your all into it. You think?
Okay. I'm curious of how deep this hole runs.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
What we need is a flare.
I mean,
drop your light in.
That's
what one of the sailors says.
I could just magically make another one. Okay.
One of them moves back to the door. The other one is kind of hanging out with Alonzo and Loren, closer to the hole right now.
I am going to whoop with the light.
Drop the light. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever seen somebody drop a flare or something down there.
Yeah.
I've seen that somewhere. I have no idea where I've seen it. But it's like and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. And
I'm actually going to count off in my head the time it takes to fall.
It disappears completely after, let's see. Oh God, it's a long time, like 10 or 15 seconds.
So that's a huge fall.
That is far.
There is no way for us to reach the bottom.
Whether it bounced out of the site or just got so far away that you can't make out the illumination anymore is hard to tell. Or went behind something, or you can see what you can see of the sinkhole. I mean, it's not perfect like this. It's a sinkhole, so it's got a lot of irregularities on the side. You saw that as the thing fell down and out of sight. You do not want to fall in this hole.
No.
You're talking hundreds of feet, if not over 1,000 feet deep.
But we know the thing can fly, so coming up is not a problem for it.
Right. Actually, the hole's about 8 feet in diameter. That creature is huge. It's likely it could have shimmied up the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wouldn't have had to fly. Probably couldn't have flown up it. The wingspan of that thing was...
Yeah, it squeezed its way up.
It probably pulled itself up, like going up a chimney.
Either way, it was able to go up without a problem.
Yes. That is an easy assumption to make. Did you make your dream lore skill there, Loren Hutton?
No, I was off by a lot.
Okay. You do all remember, I believe Miss Eldridge mentioned ghouls or something. She might have mentioned it in passing. You don't know what she's talking about.
So, yeah, the hole's 8 feet in diameter, you said?
Yeah, 8 to 9 feet. It's irregular, so it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, there's no way we could slide some of these coffins on top of it to block it from being...
No, it's actually a little bit wider than the coffins. You might be able to jam some in there. To fill the sinkhole, you're probably going to need some major construction going on here. Yeah. People are going to have to build some kind of support, fill it up with cement or dirt or debris, and then put more support in order that it just doesn't collapse again. Yeah, and if it ever widens, then it will collapse anyway.
Yeah, that's a serious construction issue.
The falling of the mausoleum might block it up when it does eventually widen, and if it widens and the mausoleum collapses on top of it.
Yeah.
You think, oh, that could happen.
Yeah.
Well, what if we locked this mausoleum up?
It would have been locked before, wouldn't it?
Well, were there chains in this? Did we see chains in this one?
You didn't find any chains. There's a lot. You realize that the other one was had footprints, Golin's footprints. Okay. The floor in this one doesn't have a whole lot of dust on it. Neither do the coffins. Okay. I mean, there is dust and dirt in here, but not what you would expect.
And the door to this one was closed when we investigated in the daytime.
Correct.
But was ajar when we found it at night.
Correct.
Which implies someone moved the door between when we saw it and the present.
And there were no chains around it during the day, right?
Correct. That's what led you to this tomb or to this mausoleum. It was like
It was the other one that
we couldn't get this door up because you guys tried all the doors, and
Yeah.
which is so rude. But anyway, um, and this one didn't move, and you assumed, oh, it's locked somehow. And it wasn't until that evening when you got into the first mausoleum that you put two and two together, like how these don't lock. How would those doors be closed? And that's what led you here. They're held closed by chains. You don't see any signs of any chains in here.
So
Just my
somebody
process
opened the
is-
door, either the creature or probably the caretaker.
Yeah, but where are the chains that would normally keep this one closed?
Well, this one didn't. We didn't see chains on this one in the afternoon, right?
So
Correct.
This one, no one ever used chains on it. It just was. We tried it earlier and it didn't open. So either it was locked with a key. There's no key lock that was there.
Nope, no key lock on this. You all assumed some kind of key lock when you first checked it this afternoon, without really thinking about it.
Or
do we wait for the creature to come back here?
That's a distinct possibility, yeah.
Or do we try to keep it from getting back in here during the day, which could... I mean, we don't know what its daylight habits are, other than it sounds like it leaves daylight.
Also, with your 01 natural world, Hutton, something came up. Nothing's gone back down.
Nothing's gone back down. Okay.
You don't think. Your best estimate is this thing came up into the mausoleum but has not returned for some reason down to wherever it came from.
But it might have come... Well, we don't... You said there's not a whole lot of dust in here.
No.
It might camp here in the daytime.
Yeah. How far are the two mausoleums that we've been able to get into?
You can check on the map. I put a new map in. They're both circled.
Good map. Yeah.
So it's about 80 or 90 feet apart.
They're gaming text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one in the northernmost mausoleum, and then it's kind of the southern one on the western side.
And we left...
North is up for this map.
Josie, where?
She's in the one on the bottom, number 2.
Okay, she's at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the other three mausoleums are still sealed up, as far as we know.
They were chained shut with big, very primitive locks on them. You know what I mean? So you could probably push, like, the doors open a crack and peek in.
Yeah,
they're pretty tight, but they're not perfect.
Rusted in any way? Do they look like old?
They do look like old chains.
Okay.
But they're not rusty. They're pretty thick, heavy chains. It's gonna take an effort to get them open.
Well, no, it's the thought I'm having is, did these murders start happening, and then a month ago issues in the graveyard, and the locals chain the mausoleums up, you know?
Oh no, they look too old for that. You could tell them when you first looked at them, you were like, oh yeah, when they keep these closed with chains. That's just what they do, and because they're old chains, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but not every mausoleum was closed with chains. 2 of them were not.
These 2.
My guess right now is that the caretaker opened the door to let the thing in and out. I mean, he seems to admire it. He seems to think he is it.
Okay, so we wait here for the thing to come back?
It's possible. I mean, we don't know its daytime habits. It always seems to kill in the nighttime.
Yeah.
So it may be, if it emerged from deep underground, it perhaps stands to reason that it does not like daylight and might seek a place of darkness to camp during the daylight.
It might,
say, this mausoleum.
And Miss Eldridge and Dirt seem like they should be relatively safe, because we're planning to seal up from the inside out.
Yeah, if it can't get into that one,
it's going to have to
may perhaps come to this one. In which case, if we wait, if that's true, then we can wait until sunrise and attempt to ambush it when it returns. If that's true.
I don't think we have enough oil to last us till sunrise.
No, but I still have the 1 stone. So we have enough light to last us as long as we need.
And Miss Eldridge said before they run out of oil, they're going to head back to the ship.
Yeah.
So in about 2 hours.
Then we need to.
Either get them to safety or bring them here with us.
Yeah.
It would seem that they would be safer.
Wait a minute. Don't you have the communication device?
We do, yes.
How does that work?
Did Alonzo get one of the shards of the stone?
I think I actually have one. I'm just not sure how it works.
Yeah, how it works? You just talk into it,
Okay.
and anybody who has a piece can hear.
Okay. Well, then I will attempt to reach the others, because if Eldridge has a piece, I'll attempt to reach her by talking to the stone.
All right, what do you want to say?
Are
he
you
pulls
there?
out a little shard of stone. You had Jimenez's piece, which was it's just a little piece of stone. You say, "Are you there?"
Are you there?
Okay.
Eldridge, can
So
you hear me?
there's a short pause, and then hello, are you all right? As you hear Miss Eldridge's voice.
Yes, we're okay. So this is what we are thinking,
I'm so
and
glad.
I'll explain what we just went over.
Okay.
And finish by saying, therefore, if we use this plan, either you should stay where you are until sunrise, securing the door and not coming out, or you should come directly here. We will send people to come with you and bring you directly here, or directly out of the cemetery. Your choice.
Oh, okay.
In other words, so she either can stay where she is and lock the door,
yeah.
or we can send an escort to take her either to the edge of the cemetery or to where we are.
I'm going to have her opt to go to the edge of this to leave the cemetery with dirt.
Okay.
If you could send somebody to help them to leave, and she'll leave one of the flasks of oil, or she can leave. No, she only has one left. She'll note that she'll leave the flask of oil, the extra one, with you as well in case you need it.
So what I think is, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay.
I think somebody should come with me.
It's probably not a bad idea.
I'll go with them.
Oh,
and what
boy.
we'll do is we'll go over to where they are.
Okay.
And basically walk with them to the edge of the cemetery and then come back to the mausoleum we're at.
Would one of you be willing to leave your light source?
Yeoman has a lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeoman has a lantern.
Yeoman has a lantern.
You stay here with the other lantern.
And he has 2 bottles of oil.
And we'll be back soon, because the cemetery is not that large. We're going to walk over there, meet up with them, walk to the edge of the cemetery, see them safely out, and then we're going to come back to the mausoleum. The whole process shouldn't take more than a few minutes.
I will pocket the other pint of oil.
Oh yeah, you take it from Yeoman. Yeah. So you've got that.
Unless the creature jumps us, this whole process shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes.
Yep.
No, it shouldn't. Everybody can make me a quick. Everybody make me a quick listen check. Give yourself a penalty die, please.
I can't roll much worse. And
okay.
I didn't.
Well, you don't. Unless it's going to make it a crit fail. You made it, Loren Hutton.
It could have potentially made it a crit fail, but
okay. How much? What did you make, Loren? Regular success?
Because of the penalty die, I made a regular success.
Regular success. How'd you do, Alonzo?
Regular success either way. I rolled 36, but on the penalty die, I rolled a 3. So 36 or also 36.
As you go over towards the door, from one, you remember, there's little tiny windows in this place with a bar. Yep. They're mostly decorative. They probably keep the air from getting too foul inside the mausoleums or whatever. There's a noise from outside, but you can't make out what it is over the falling rain. It might have been an animal or something else.
Okay, maybe it's out there. This is before, as we're leaving to go.
Yeah, you guys were heading to the door when you heard this.
Okay. I'll stop and look. Does everyone else appear to have heard it as well?
Only
you're what?
Hutton and you and Hutton. No, he didn't say that. He's looking around. Hutton and you are the only ones who are now kind of like that or whatever. You know, have obviously. So you think Hutton heard it too? Yes.
I'll hold up a hand and lean in and say quietly, "Did you hear that?"
Yes.
I need a listen check from Captain Wabo Cabo if he wants to overhear this conversation. They're whispering at this point, very quiet.
No, this is intended for him as well.
Oh, well, he's all the way over in the corner. He's actually
Yeah.
right next to one of those windows.
Well, that's
Not really a
then
window.
I will make
Air
sure
hole.
that he can. No, I'm making sure he can hear this as well. This is
Okay.
intended for everybody.
Okay, so you raise your voice enough to be heard. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Go ahead then. No listen check is necessary, Captain.
All right.
What I'm trying to do is not attract the attention. If there is something lurking outside, then it shouldn't hear me.
Mm-hmm. If you're loud enough for Captain Wabo Cabo to hear, it could. Somebody standing outside one of these little window thingies would be able to overhear you if you're going to speak loud enough.
I'll motion him
Okay.
to come over.
Yeah, he motions you to come over, and then three of you hold a whispered conference very quietly. Yeah, that's easy.
All right. Well, then don't you think the light then would deter them from coming in?
I don't know.
I mean,
The point is,
if something's outside, surely it can see the light coming from within.
Yes,
yeah, of course, that's the point. Is that if the thing is outside, it may be lurking in ambush right outside.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, be prepared as soon as we open.
I take a couple steps back from the doorway then and have my bow ready.
Okay, where do you want your men? They take a couple steps back from the door as well.
They can flank me on either side.
Okay, they've got cutlasses out and ready.
Okay.
They look very nervous.
And I will push the door open.
Well, you got to pull.
Just pull the door. I'll pull the door open.
You pull the door open. Rain is coming down. Occasional lightning, thunder. Again, you got like knee-high fog. A little bit of that wisps in.
Yeah, I'm actually very well equipped for the raid because I've got not only the oilskin under the chainmail coif. I'm also wearing a baseball cap.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I'm actually well equipped for dealing with raid.
It's coming down pretty well.
Yeah, I'm as equipped as anybody in terms of raid gear.
Let's see how long the storm is going to last. Okay.
So I'll step out. I'll step outside and do the thing humans don't do, which is look upward.
Yeah, you've got your magical light.
Yep.
You can see rain coming down. The illuminated area around you appears to be clear. There doesn't appear to be anything in it. There's a flash of lightning, which gives you a better view. You don't see anything in the vicinity, because you can see to the hill. You can't see what's on the other side of the hill where the statue is from where you are, in the direction of that other mausoleum. You know what I mean?
Who's coming with me?
Captain Wabo Cabo, I guess, walks forward. Bravely went Sir Robin.
All right, well, let's go do this then. Once we're out, if Mr. Hutton wants to shut the door again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys get outside. Hutton, you can push the door shut.
I'm going to leave it as cracked as it was when we found it.
Okay, so it's maybe like 3 or 4 inches cracked. Okay.
And of course, you have one of the stones as well, so if you see it...
He does not. He dropped his stone down the hole.
No.
Yes, you did.
I have my talking stone.
Oh, I thought he meant the glowy stone.
Yeah.
My fault.
No, that's what I said. If you see something, say something.
Okay. And they have a lantern in there as well. So, what do you guys do? Tell me how this looks as you cross the cemetery.
We're going back to the other mausoleum where the other two are.
Up over the hill again?
Back over the hill. Yeah,
okay.
Back over the hill.
Back up by the statue again, Captain Wabocaba.
I'm going to stay kind of close to Shaeder, though, regardless. So
down the other side, you reach the other mausoleum. You go around to the south side where the door is. And then what?
And knock.
Okay. Who's there?
Miss Eldridge. Miss Eldridge.
Oh, good. Hold on. You hear like grinding noises as they're moving the coffins away from the door. And then it opens up, and there's Dirt and Miss Eldridge. And in the back, flapping his cloak.
Okay, he can just, you know what? He can stay there for the moment.
Yeah. And then what?
Go get her.
Well, I believe we're taking them. They want to leave. She wants to leave.
She wants to leave, and it's as she's not here. That's the easiest way to have her character.
So we're going to go to the edge of. We'll walk to the edge of the cemetery.
Well, are you going to go to? You're going to the gate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can go around that other hill. The other mausoleum, the one due east of this one, is on a low hill. It's not real high. It's got gravestones all around it. You get to the gate without any issue, any problems. Buzu has, she's got the no. Buzu's got the lantern and a cutlass. Miss Eldridge has a rapier out. Um,
Yep.
well, no, she has a knife because she was kind of leaning towards the knife when you guys fought before. So she's got a knife in her hand, and
And
they're both on guard. What?
you mean Dirt, not Buzu?
Yes, Dirt. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Because Dirt's with her. Dirt's got a cutlass. She's got the knife. Dirt is also carrying the lantern. Um, yeah,
Well, if those two want to head back toward the ship, they're perfectly welcome to at this point.
that's what she says she's going to do, and they'll meet you at the ship.
Okay.
Um, Dirt looks at the captain and he goes, "You don't need this, do you?" He's holding the lantern, kind of in your direction.
No.
Oh, good. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. All right, come on, lady. Let's go. And they take off at like a jog away from the cemetery into the pouring, pouring rain.
Okay.
Leaving the two of you with the light around you, with the magical light.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Miss Eldridge comes running back, and she hands you another bottle. She hands
No.
it to Alonzo. It's a bottle of oil, lamp oil.
Okay.
And then she turns
I'll-
and runs back to the light.
I'll pass it to the captain.
Okay.
I'll pocket
So
it
you have
or
two.
whatever.
You got two bottles of lamp oil now, Captain Wabo Cabo.
Okay.
You said you
okay.
took one from Yolmut.
I meant like when we were going to go to the mausoleum, I was going to take that one that she was going to.
Oh, I misunderstood. Oh, I thought you took his. Okay, so you've got a bottle of lamp oil in your pocket
Yeah.
now.
Okay. And then once they're out of sight, we'll
Yes.
make our way back to where Mr. Hutton and the sailors are.
Okay, you're making your way back. I'd like a spot hidden or a listen, whichever you prefer from each of you.
Listen is actually better for me.
You can make a listen.
Oh, I rolled
Review.
almost. I rolled a hard success
Hard
listen check.
success listen. Okay,
Is it
And
just
I've
for that?
got.
it's just
I
for
failed
them.
for that one.
Okay, so Alonzo, um, okay,
Oh.
there is a. It's not really a sound. It's more of a feeling. As this huge shadowy cloud of smoke, it almost looks like, coalesces out of the mist in front of you.
There it is.
Captain Wabo Cabo, you thought you heard something just off to your right as you were heading back. You guys are going fairly direct path back, which means you're going to kind of skirt the hill, but you
Yep.
haven't gone very far away from the gate when this happens. This thing looks bigger than the one that had Captain Wabo Cabo before. It looks huge. And its face appears. It's got these red eyes and this giant mouth full of sharp teeth. It moves towards you, its mouth open wide in a silent scream. I need each of you to make me a power check, please.
Power. Okay.
Regular success.
Nope, not for me, I think. No, I failed.
Okay, we're doing Captain Wabo Cabo. You got a regular success?
Yes.
Okay. And a fail. Holy crap. Okay. You are each just overcome with terror. This horrible fear like grips you. Captain Wabo Cabo, this feels like it felt when you guys saw that thing at the top of the hill and you went running. Alonzo, yeah, it feels the same exact way for both of you.
Okay.
And you, you both turn away from this thing and flee in terror. Okay. Who was on the right and who was on the left as you were heading back? I'm just curious here.
Oh, I don't know. Pick a side. Doesn't matter.
I'll
Well,
be on the left. I'll be on the
you're on
left.
the left. Okay.
Okay.
Shaeder, as you turn to run, something rises up out of the fog to your left and comes at you. Um, you can't really defend yourself against it as it flies directly at you, and you're caught up when the thing grabs you and knocks you to the ground. Captain Wabo Cabo, you run like hell. Let's see. Let me check something here.
Oh.
Okay, so that's round one. Shaeder, you can't defend yourself at this juncture because you're too terrified. And it's going to try to bite you. All right. It's scrape, scrape, scrape. You hear the metal of your chainmail shirt is keeping anything from getting through. Captain Wabo Cabo, you run like hell. You run right out of the light again. This is so terribly familiar. Give me a dex check.
Because I've got the light and it's wrapped itself around me.
Yeah, it's so dark. You made it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're running. There's a flash of lightning. You leap over a tombstone that you were going to crash into as you're trying to get away. And a moment later, all of a sudden, that feeling kind of lifts off of you. And you're like looking around. It's very dark. Give me a spot hidden. Shaeder, you come to your senses at about the same time.
Okay.
No, I failed. I failed my spot hidden.
Okay, it's so dark. Shaeder, you are wrapped up in this thing, and it is apparently trying to eat you. You can see big red, what look like eyes. They don't have pupils; they're just red, and it is trying to eat you. You do have a higher dex, but you're immobilized. But if you want to try to make a strength check, you can roll your strength versus its strength to try to break free somehow.
Well, better than breaking free. Remember, I was
Mm-hmm.
keeping the sword close to my body for a reason. So that
Yes,
when it envelopes me, the blade is inside.
it is. The blade is inside. The blade is
So
pressed flat against your chest.
I'm going to just rotate the blade and drag it, basically
Okay.
cutting it from the inside.
Okay. Yes, you can try to. You can try to do that. I need
Essentially,
a
I'm attacking it with the blade
I need a penalty
from the
die on
inside.
your roll for that.
Oh,
This is not ideal use of a cutlass. Um,
yep,
you're pinned, so that's a problem.
yep. That's a success.
You rolled a success. It can't dodge. It
I,
can't really fight back either. Oh, it can fight back with its teeth.
uh,
What kind of success did you get?
regular success.
I got
think.
a regular success too. Since it's fighting back, you win.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of harm to it. The point is that it may want to let go of me.
Okay. All right. Let me
I
see.
can't get much momentum behind my strike, but I can
Right.
cut it.
So, how much damage did you do?
That's an excellent question. Hold on a sec.
Is that what that D10 was? Did you roll a 7?
Oh no, I should have rolled.
That was his penalty die, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, that was the penalty die. Sorry about that. So then, no, that's a failure actually.
Okay. Okay.
Because I had 47, and then I went to no. The
Oh.
penalty die actually is the 7.
So 77,
Gotcha.
is that a fail or is that a success?
77 would actually be a failure.
Okay.
So I'm
So
drawing
it
the blade
got-
along, but I'm not doing any damage at all, really.
So it got a regular success. So
yeah.
it gets to roll damage against you. Roll me your armor, your chainmail.
Okay, let's see what that's worth. I have that written down somewhere. There it is.
I've got the number of damage.
No, I've got the die thing doing it wrong for a moment.
You have a D8 of chain gives D8. Damn.
Yeah, 6.
6. Okay. It's grinding at your chainmail again. It can't get through that chainmail. You're not sure if it's damaging it or not. Anything else you wanted to do?
Can I free my knife?
No. You've already tried to attack it. That's your move. You can make some noise, and you can't really move while it's got you pinned, and you didn't try to break away, so it automatically succeeds its pin. Um, did you want to make any noise of any kind or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout.
Okay,
It's here. It's attacking me. Help!
okay. Captain Wabo Cabo, give me a listen check. Lauren, unfortunately,
Oh my gosh, I did not.
between the
I rolled a
muffled
91.
and the distance with Lauren, and he's inside the mausoleum, you're not going to hear this.
And the
Um,
rain.
Well, remember, I do have the speaking stone, so
oh shit! Oh yeah.
anyone who's got one is going to
Okay,
hear that.
Lauren, you suddenly hear inside the mausoleum shouting, "It's here! It's got me! Help!" And you recognize Shaeder's voice. He's in here somehow. You can make an intelligence check to know for sure it's coming from the speaking stone, or a listen check. I'll give you either one. Or you can just say you realize it. It's fine that way too.
Uh, yeah, I made my intelligence check.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fine. You
both.
realize it's coming from the stone. The stone, member is pinned to your tunic,
Yeah.
so it could have been a very very confusing. Anyway, yeah, it's here. It's got me. Help. So you're now part of this combat. Um, Isabella probably hears that as well. God damn it. Okay.
Now
Um,
she goes running then.
they got pretty far away. Wabo Cabo.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. The creature gets to attack.
Okay.
Um,
It can't
Alonzo,
be me.
you
I don't
can't really
agree with that.
dodge. You can try to fight back with your blade. I'll allow that. It is still trying to bite you. Your armor is proving difficult for it to get through. I got an extreme success though. It is not piercing. This is wait. Bites aren't considered piercing attacks, are they? Like a wolf or something? They don't have piercing on their attacks, do they?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they do or not. I have to look this up. I don't want to kill Kevin on a technicality that's incorrect. So how did you do fighting back?
I failed.
Okay. Um, well, it's not in the index, which is kind of annoying. Let me see what they call a piercing attack here. Extreme damage and impales. Great damage and this is a blade or a bullet, so I guess it would be considered piercing. Okay. I need armor from you, Mr. Shaeder.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, so it's going to be max plus this. Okay. Ooh, that's a
2
lot.
this time.
Just 2. Holy crap. You take 9 points of damage
Yeah, that's
through
a
the
lot.
armor. That is a lot. Is that more than you have total?
No, but it is more than half.
Okay, give me a check to see if you are knocked unconscious. I need a con check.
Okay. Yes, successful.
Successful. You maintain consciousness. You're in a great deal of pain. It is ripped through some of your armor and torn at your chest. Is incredibly painful. Um, Captain Wabo Cabo. I'll take a spot hidden, or I will take um, a or a listen, whichever you prefer.
Listen
Okay,
is a fail.
is a fail. What do you want to do? You don't know where he is.
Yeah, I
You
Can
don't
I
know
see the
you don't know exactly.
can
Where
I
he is.
see the Can I see the mausoleum we were heading to?
Yeah, it's way across. There's a flash of light.
I'm just bolting it to
Okay, give me a
the
luck check.
mausoleum. Fail.
A fail. Okay. All right. You run to the mausoleum. Hutton, the crewmen are freaking out around you, hearing this voice screaming for help, and probably now screaming in pain.
Gentlemen, I think we need to go.
Okay, you can have a long discussion if you want, Hutton, or you can actually do something.
No,
What do you want to
I'm
do?
saying that I think we need to go.
And
I'm
what do you do?
opening the door.
Yeah.
Do I see
You have the.
light out in the distance?
Make me a spot hidden. Let's see. Let's see. Who's got the light? One of them has a lantern.
Made a hard success.
A hard success. You see a dim light somewhere out there. You can't tell what it is. It's too dim. It's not one of those light glowy things somebody's holding. But there's like a dim glow somewhere out there.
Is it in the general direction of the other mausoleum that
You're not exactly
Eldridge was
sure.
at? Oh,
You got to make a
Okay.
snap decision here about which way you're going.
I'm heading out towards it.
Okay. Are you going to straight up run?
Uh, yeah.
Okay. At first you're afraid because it's so dark, and then
Yeah.
there's light behind you as the two sailors are trying to run to keep up, crying out, "Where are we going? Where are we going?" What's your movement rate, Loren? You're pretty. You got a 7,
7.
right? And you're gonna do. You threw the door open, so that'll be half. So 14 yards is 14 times 3 is what? 30, 40. Okay, you can get about halfway there towards
Okay.
this light. This round, next round, you can sprint the rest of the way easily, because you opened the door and that slowed you down. Um, actually, give me another luck check there, Wabo Cabo, as you run through the darkness towards this light that's coming towards you.
I did. I think I just rolled the same number. I failed.
Okay, I meant to do a dex check, but that's okay. We'll keep the luck.
It was a fail regardless.
Oh, it's a fail. You could see light coming from the mausoleum. You run for it, and you crash over another tombstone. Um, Give me a dex check, or you're going to take some damage. Running through a darkened cemetery
I failed again.
is not a great idea. You can roll your armor opposing this
Okay.
to knock off from 3 points of damage. Shaeder,
Yep.
you're at the top of the round. You're up.
2 points
well.
of damage.
Okay.
I'm going to make an effort to cut my way out, as it were.
Okay, so you're trying to stab your way out of this thing. Make me a roll. It will fight back.
That's a failure again.
I also got a fail, so it does not do any harm to you.
Did you roll a 100?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
There's no
that's a
malfunction.
fumble.
There's no malfunction on a sword.
But it is a fumble with 100. You're trying to stab it, and you lose it. You lose your grip on the sword, and it kind of slides down towards your feet.
Not good.
No, that's very bad. This thing's talking, Shaeder.
Oh,
It's yum yum yum, delicious, delicious flesh. So hungry. It will try to attack. It'll try to bite you again. Do you wish to fight back?
yeah.
I will give you a fight back. You can try to keep the head away from you.
Yep. This time I get a hard success.
I also got a hard success. So that
Is that with a fighting brawl, Kevin?
Yes.
Okay.
that's a hard success against a hard, and you're fighting back, so it wins. Roll me your armor. It's still protecting you. Oh my god, this is going so badly.
Yes. 7.
7. All right. Grind. Nothing. Wabo Cabo, you're on the ground. A light is coming your direction.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Hutton, since you're leading the men, they kind of defer to you, and they're waiting until you're done.
Yeah.
Give me a spot hidden,
Who?
Hutton.
Okay.
That's definitely. Where's it? Hey, just at a hard.
You see Captain Wabo Cabo on the ground. You can still see that light ahead of you. You can reach the light in a few seconds if you continue running. The sailors are behind you with their light. So they're illuminating the area around you. You can see where you're going. What do you want to do? Oh, they should probably get a spot hidden too.
I am going to stop and help Captain Cabo Wabo get up.
You're hearing screaming and shrieking coming from the stone. It sounds like somebody's being killed. Am I wrong here, Alonzo? Have you gone dead silent?
Okay.
Or you can say whatever you want. You can always speak.
You know what?
I'm actually more like, gentlemen, help now.
All right. Do
Now.
both of the guys with me have a lantern, or is it just one?
One has a lantern.
Okay.
And they both have cutlasses. What are you gonna do? I need a decision quickly here.
You two help your captain up. I'm going forward.
Okay, that means you're gonna be running into the darkness.
I am.
Okay, you run into the darkness. It actually makes it a little clearer where you're going. You can see the light is now coming from inside the thing that is wrapped up. Apparently around Shaeder is your only guess.
Yeah.
You can just make out somebody's boots sticking out the bottom. What do you want to do?
I'm coming in hard and slashing.
Okay. You're going to slash at the thing. Make me a roll. It can't fight back when it's got somebody held like this.
Hooty-hoo! Regular success with a 19.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. There's some special stuff here for this.
Check that box, Sean.
Yeah. I don't even have a box for it. This is the first time I think I've actually succeeded.
Shaeder, I need you to roll me your armor, please.
Okay, again. Let's see. I've got 7 again.
Good lord. Okay. Go ahead. Roll me damage, Hutton.
5.
5. Shaeder, something hits you. It hurts. Okay. You know, like something hits you, but and you hear a scrape on your armor. Hold on a second. Let me double check this.
That's fine.
Okay.
I've got 2 layers between me and
yeah, exactly. So 3 points of damage to you, Shaeder, but your armor soaks all that because you rolled a 7. Yep. You cut the thing, Loren, but it doesn't seem to cut it very badly. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't look like much more than a scratch. You realize that this thing isn't wearing armor, but it probably has a very thick hide of some kind. You can also make me an intelligence check. Shaeder, do you say anything when you feel this blow strike you?
Yeah. Was that you, Hutton?
You hear that from inside. Yeah, okay. Think what you want. Captain Wabo Cabo, the light is around you. Dazzles you for just a moment as you see 2 crewmen are standing there as you're trying to get up. And they grab you by either arm and they lift you up onto your feet. Okay. You're probably in a lot of pain, but nothing like super serious, I'm hoping.
No.
And now you can just make out nearby Hutton standing over something on the ground. You can't make that out, but there is a little light coming from that. Hutton we're back to the top. Alonzo.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You're wrapped up pretty tight.
Yep. Can I reach my knife?
Make me a dex check.
Okay.
I need another beer. Ouch! Oops. Get it off me! Get off me!
Yes.
You get your knife in your hand. I will allow you to try to make a cut at it this round as well if you want.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay. It is going to fight back again.
That's a regular success for me.
Big old fail. Regular success. Roll me damage.
Okay. How much does a knife do?
Usually a D4.
Okay.
Unless you got a really... What kind of knife? Is it a big-ass Bowie knife? Or a big knife? Is it just a regular dagger?
It's essentially a combat knife. So the kind of thing that, on a bad day would be a bayonet. So probably call it a Bowie knife or something like that.
Yeah, let's do a 6-sided die for damage for that. Oh, holy crap.
5.
5. You dig that knife in, and it cuts past some fat or something at first, it feels like, but then you feel like you There's something wet on your hands now, and you're pretty certain you've actually injured this thing, despite its thick skin, which you would assume
Well,
and have from the first time when you slashed it. It didn't really seem to do much. You know what I mean?
yeah, I suspect
And you
it's
got
thinner on
plenty
the
of light
inside
in
for
here.
whatever that's worth.
Yeah. Um, you can give me an intelligence check too, Shaeder.
Okay. Sec. Oops. Yes. Barely, but yes.
You realize that uh, when Hutton attacked it, because you asked if it was him, and you heard him say it was, or something to that effect,
No,
right?
I didn't say anything yet.
You haven't said anything when he called out. Was that you? After you
I didn't.
slashed it, you went like this, and you heard, "Was that you, Hutton?" From Alonzo, from your
Yeah,
stone.
I failed my intelligence check.
That doesn't have anything to do with if you
Okay.
want to or
I would have been
supply.
like, where are you, Shaeder?
Okay.
That's what I would have been. Because I didn't.
Yeah. That's perfect.
I'm inside it.
That's it. That's as much as you can get out. But
Okay.
yes. But Schrader, you realize that was Hutton. When you felt that blow on you, that was Hutton, and it was you're gonna have a bruise from that. Obviously, some of the injury. If someone outside attacks this thing, it's probably gonna hurt you as well. It's thick
Yeah.
enough that it is gonna It's thin enough that it transfers some of those blows inside. If okay, you don't know what he attacked you with. You remember he had a scimitar, so he was obviously doing like a saber cut as opposed to a stab. But
Yeah.
still, it still hurt a little. The basically injury is going to bleed over inside whoever's held, and
Yeah,
you
well, I figured
realize
that
that.
much.
You realize that is all I'm saying.
Okay. I knew that already.
Okay, if you knew it already, that's fine. Now you have confirmation from the GM.
Okay. I mean, that's
All
sort
right.
of how this kind of thing works.
Hutton's there. You just stabbed the shit out of him. Okay. Schrader, you suddenly feel like you feel rain as the thing unfolds. Loren, if kind of flies open.
Okay.
Schrader well, he was on the ground. The way it unfolds itself, it like tumbles him a few feet, not very far.
So it didn't like me stabbing it in the inside.
Apparently not. At the same time, Hutton, something comes whizzing at you, and that tail with that long spike on the end is heading right for you. Do you want to dodge or do you want to fight back?
I will
There it is.
attempt a fighting brawl to fight back.
Here, hold on. Let me double check this. There's that.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Ah, there it is. The stats for this thing are weird for BRP. How'd you do?
Regular success.
I also got a regular success. Yeah. So that means attacker wins since you fought back. You tried. Yeah. Okay. Roll me your armor, please.
6.
God damn it. Well, that offsets the 2 points that I did you. So Hutton is unscathed. Yeah, the thing unwrapped, kind of whipped its tail at you, almost as an afterthought, and then flops up into the air and starts to fly.
Okay.
It does not get very far. It seems to be a very slow flyer, but it's like a woo, 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 woo. So it is not yet in a place where you can't get to it. Does that make sense? It
Yeah.
remains in a place where somebody could still get to it potentially.
Good, because I want to.
Wabo Cabo, you see this thing starting to
Okay.
try to get up into the air, but it's at this juncture it can't go straight up, obviously. So it is going at an angle. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I want to shoot at it with my bow.
All right.
30-yard
fly.
range if I'm within 30
Yes.
yards.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, you're within 30 yards. This cemetery is not real big. It's just.
I failed.
Oh no! All right, the arrow flies by the creature. Both of the Both the sailors rush forward with swords. They're going to try to cut it down. We got it outnumbered. Kill it. One of them screams out.
I agree.
Who wants to roll for Buzu, and who wants to roll for Yalmut?
I'll roll for Buzu.
And I'm going to roll... okay, you got Buzu, Loren, Hutton?
I'll roll for
The thing is
Yalmut.
going to snap at them as they get close. Is that a fail?
It's an 8.
Miss on Buzu. Captain, can you please roll for Yalmut? You were miss too, huh?
97.
97. 97. He goes to swing at it, and the cutlass flies out of his hand. Oh! The thing fights back.
Not using those dice. That's for damn sure.
The thing reaches down and bites his ass. They have 1 to 2 points of armor, so please roll me 1 to 2 points.
2.
Ooh, maxed out. Did 3 points of damage. Ah! Yalmut gets a big bite on his shoulder. Let me get his new hit points down. All right, Hutton, you're up.
Oh.
I know what
We're
I do.
We're at the bottom of the turn, then I take it.
Yes, you're going to go next, Alonzo. You'll still get a chance to do something before it can move further out of range.
I would like to use dream magic.
Okay. And Shaeder, you just saw one of the soldiers apparently, one of the sailors tried to throw a cutlass at it for some reason, is what it looks like to you. That was idiotic. And what would you like to do, Loren Hutton?
I would like to conjure a net above it.
You tried this before, dude. The net's
Didn't
got
I?
to be
Did I?
huge. Yes,
Yeah,
it'll kill you.
that's right.
To
It was
do it. What do you
gonna
want to
cost me
do with
way
dream
too much.
magic?
Oh, you're right. That's right. Damn it.
Every once in a while you can see it clearly as there's thunder and lightning. But otherwise it's pretty hard to see in the dark.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? I need a decision fairly
Dream magic's not
quickly.
going to work. I'm gonna
Dream
charge
magic would work. I have a great plan, but
I can't think of anything right now, so I'm gonna charge it.
oh yeah, okay. You attack it. Make a roll. It'll fight back.
Hooty hoo! That is a hard success.
That beats its regular success barely. Roll me damage. Let's see the armor.
8.
Okay. You slice it. You think it's a solid hit, but it doesn't look like it hurts it very much.
Yeah.
Again, it's got some kind of thick flesh. Back to the top is Alonzo. Shaeder. Yeah, Alonzo Shaeder.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Alonzo?
Where did the sword end up?
Your sword's right around your feet. It kind of got like tangled in your feet as you fell. You're lying
Okay,
prone currently because it kind of whipped you free and you were already lying on the ground.
Okay, can I grab the sword and make a go at it?
Yeah, I'll allow you to grab the sword, run a few steps, and try to take a stab at the thing.
Okay.
It is actually, the tail is actually, you can see shadows are starting to kind of gather around this thing. That's weird. You've never noticed that before. And the tail whips out there to try to.
That's a hard success for me.
You got a hard success. Okay, the tail is trying to parry. So a parry in this game works like dodge. So equals mean that the defender actually wins. I got a regular success. You said you got a hard success?
I did, yes.
Yeah, you succeeded. You hit him. Roll me damage.
Okay. Oops. Let's see. 5. Hang on, there's an extra on that. Oh, it's 6.
6. Okay. Again, the thick flesh seems to absorb most of the blow, but you do cut it and injure it. It's saying something. Get away! Get away! Get away! Is what it says as it. Let's see. As it attempts to gain some altitude. It's getting hard to see with this dark. There's dark stuff like forming around it, and it looks like, all the weird shit you've seen all seem to be made of shadows. It seems to be around the thing, like it somehow can control the shadows, and it is heading into the darkness.
I don't want to let it get away, though.
Captain Wabo Cabo, you have a bow. I believe you can. Your bow is every round, isn't it? Can't you fire once per round with that bow?
Yes, attacks is 1.
You can get another shot off
Okay.
as it's
Yeah.
trying to get away into the darkness and the rain. Every once in a while, when there's a flash of lightning, you actually hit it.
I rolled a regular success.
Oh, that's a shame. What you're looking for here is an extreme success. But go ahead, roll me damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
D6.
Okay.
I mend out. I rolled a 1.
You mend out. Your arrow bounces off of it. Or no, actually, it hits it, but it just kind of hangs, like it caught a little flesh, and it's like barely stuck in this thing.
That's still a success, though, right?
Yeah, yes, it's still a success. Yes, you hit it. You hit what you were aiming for. That's all success requires. Um, 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 who's got low luck?
Me.
Give me a low luck check, please.
Okay, mine's 30. Mine's 35.
So is mine.
Okay. Well, then you roll. I rolled last time.
You always say that.
Okay.
Because I'm always rolling.
Go ahead, make me a luck check, please, Kevin.
I'll do that then.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it has raised itself to a height.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I rolled the wrong thing again.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. That's on D100.
Where did I go? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. My
it's at the very
screen.
Bottom.
Yeah, my screen rolled back up for a reason.
Oh, I hate when it does that.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, it has risen up high enough that the one sailor underneath it swings at it, but it's a little too high for him to reach. You can still see it just in the light from, let's see, who's got lights?
I do.
What's his face that threw his sword away has a light. He's running over trying to find his sword. And Shaeder has a light. It's starting to get outside of Shaeder's light at this juncture. It is slow. This thing does not fly very quickly. And actually, Shaeder, no, you did everything you could last round. You could probably run faster than that thing's flying. It's heading out into the darkness.
Then I'm going to follow it.
Okay, well, you're not.
The light aimed at it.
Yeah, you're not up quite yet. Wabo shot it. The crew tried to get it, but it was too high. Hutton, you were with the crewmen, and you see the one of them swing at it, but it's about 12 feet up, maybe 13 feet up.
Okay.
So it's getting to a point where, unless you throw a sword, you're not going to hit it.
All right.
Or unless you dream.
Yeah, I'm going with the idea that this thing does not like bright light.
Okay.
Can I create like a large ball of light around it? Like put it in a large ball of light?
You're going to have to describe it a little bit more than that to me.
Okay.
I mean, what are you going to fix the light to?
Nothing.
Even your light doesn't just float. You know, it's got to have something,
like a flash of light right around it.
You just want a flash of light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially a flare.
Yeah, you could do that, like a one quick burst of light around it. Yes, you can do that. I thought you meant the light would stay with it or something like that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Make me a dreaming check as you concentrate, and if you do this,
boom. No, I missed. Not even close. Not even close.
So you just look at it. You're like, wait, nothing. Damn. Okay. Fair enough. You could still move if you want to try to keep up with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up with it.
Okay. Okay. Alonzo, you're top of the round. And you said you wanted to pursue it. It is still gaining altitude at this juncture. If you pursue it, you can keep it in the light, to be quite honest.
I'll do that.
Okay, you can easily keep up with this thing.
Yeah, it seems to be flying slower. Maybe it's hurt. Maybe it can't fly forever. So I'm going to follow it.
Okay.
Keeping the light aimed at it.
Okay, you still have... Yeah, okay. The light crossbow, it's going to require 2 hands to get a bolt in there, too, by the way. You realize that. And right now you're holding your magical glowing light with one hand.
I'm not worried about that. I'm
okay.
waiting. I'm hoping that it's either injured enough or tired enough that it eventually will have to land.
It is bleeding, but it's not bleeding a lot. You know, every once in a while something splats you that's warm. Even in the rain, you can pick that out. So you're just going to, for now, keep up with it and try to keep it in the light as best you can. It's fleeing at this point as best it can. It's like...
Where it flees.
Say again?
Where it flees, too. Let's see where it flees to.
Yeah. Right now, it looks like it's just trying to get away. It's heading. Maybe a navigation, or if you can think of another skill that would allow you to determine which direction it's going, I'll take that roll if you prefer.
Maybe.
I'm not even worried about that unless
Okay.
I happen to be going toward that other the mausoleum we thought it was hiding in.
Okay. Maybe a navigation, and this will just give you an inkling of the direction it's going. If you fail, you're not really paying attention to where you are at this juncture. You're just trying to keep it lit.
That's not a success.
You're not exactly sure. You're not really. That's not important right this moment.
Eyes on it is important, and holding the light up, which means others can see me as well.
And Wabo Cabo, you can still see that thing.
It's also spotlighted for you to shoot it.
Yes, it's well within range still.
Can I make a movement towards them and get a shot off? I just want to get closer to them. I don't want to be out here by myself.
You can't move very fast. Well, you're not by yourself. Yalman is still looking for a sword. As a matter of fact, let's see.
I mean, I thought they ran up to...
Yeah, he finds it.
Okay. They ran up to attack it. I never moved, so...
Right, but you're still within this light from the lantern that he's using.
Okay.
Buzu is sticking with Alonzo.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to kill this thing now. He can see it. Shit!
Do I have 2 coins?
No, you have 1. Loren has 2.
I'll give him 1.
Okay.
Okay, then I got a regular success.
Oh, you need an extreme success, man.
I know.
Okay, roll me damage. Let me check its armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 damage.
Okay, you get another. It hits it, but it just kind of hangs. It did not penetrate very well.
Okay.
The crewman is with you. The other one, Yelmet, comes over to you, Wabo Cabo. Oh, you were starting to head towards it, so Yelmet is heading that direction too. Hutton, okay, I forgot. Last round, you tried to do a flash of light. And did you move as well?
Yeah, I moved to keep up with it.
Okay, I couldn't remember that. So you're up, Hutton. We need a cannon, little cannon. I'm getting some cannons in the other game, Kevin, by the way.
You know what? Let's try this again.
Well,
but this time,
I
want to actually just create like a ball of fire that like.
A ball of fire is going to cost as many magic points as you want to do damage. So you're probably not going to even get through its armor. Let me double check this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's why fireballs are kind of a waste of time to waste on
to do damage. Okay.
Yeah, because they can't do much. You can light shit on fire, not too bad, easily. But it's also pouring rain. If you try to light it on fire, yeah, it might catch a spark, but then it's just going to go straight out. You know what I mean? So
I want to try to create a lasso.
Oh. Do you know anything about lassoing?
Not at all.
Okay, rope use starts at 5%. I'm pretty certain. I'll double check.
It is rope use.
It's rope use to try to lasso
It is rope
things.
use. I was thinking it'd be a throw. Damn it.
No.
It create a harpoon then, not a lasso.
He doesn't know how. Do you have a good throw?
Hutton?
Nope. No?
It's
okay, so it's pointless. Okay. So what do you want to do? I'm negating all of these things because you do that in a heartbeat, thinking about,
I want
to catch it on fire. That's not going to work. I want to create a lasso. I don't know how to throw a lasso. I want to... What? I'll give you one...
How
you need
far
to decide
away
quickly.
is it from me again?
You were moving to try to keep up. Alonzo and Buzu are under it almost, or just a little behind it. And you're a little further than that. Maybe 8 to 10 yards.
But it's like 12 feet up now.
Higher than that.
Higher than that now.
No,
okay.
about 13 or 14 feet up. It's trying to gain altitude, obviously, to get away from you guys. Go away! Go away! And that's what it's yelling at you, which is weird.
I can't think of anything, so I'm just going to try to keep up with it.
Okay. Anybody else, if you guys have ideas, and yell them out. Well, nobody knows he's trying to use his dreaming powers either, so
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. Alonzo, you're top of the round. You're
If
trying to
I
keep
knew,
up.
I would suggest a harpoon.
uh, you're trying to keep up, which is not hard at all. But the problem is it's still gaining altitude, which means eventually it's going to get out of sight of your light, and then you're probably going to lose it. So Buzu is pretty much keeping up with you, because I'm assuming neither one of you wants to run faster than it's flying. So
Yeah, no, we want
he's
to stay
easily
with
able to. Buzu is easily able to get up to you. He's got his sword up in the air like this, and he's looking up, and he keeps looking up and down because he doesn't want to trip and fall over headstones and shit.
I will actually. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually will. Probably even joking. I wish you'd brought a damn harpoon.
Yeah, you could say that.
Sailor. Yeah.
Buzu is
Kind of
quiet.
a joke. Kind of a joke.
Buzu's quiet in thought, wondering if there's a harpoon aboard the ship he doesn't know about. Anyway, yeah.
Can you actually? I'll say to him. Can you shoot?
He just holds out the sword.
Here. Take the light. Hold the light.
Oh yeah. If you hold it out, he grabs it, and he's like
point the
this
light at
and
it.
like this.
And
He's got a light, and he's.
I'll get the crossbow.
Okay.
That way he's got the light. He's holding the light on.
This
it,
round you can get the bolt. You can get it off your shoulders, and you can get a bolt in. You'll be able to fire it next round. It is still at this juncture.
I was joking about the harpoon, but I kind of wasn't.
It is still trying to get away. Let's see. You guys started here.
Yeah, they're merchants, not whalers.
You spot, Alonzo. Your light illuminates a tree on that north side, and you recognize that you're in the same place that Captain Wabo Cabo got attacked earlier. So you have kind of an idea of where you are in the graveyard.
Okay, good.
And basically, you guys do not have any problems keeping up with it. I should be making you have dex rolls every round, but Wabo Cabo. You also jogged to keep up, didn't you?
Yeah.
With
Fulment. I just wanted to get closer to the party. I didn't want to be singled out, essentially. I didn't want this thing to come swooping after me.
It's not swooping right now. It's making these really rough, trying to get altitude.
Right now, I know it's going to come after me, though.
Yeah, you want to try to shoot it?
Well, shoot it again.
You stop for a moment and let it fly.
92!
92 is complete miss. It goes flying off into the darkness.
97 again.
Darn. Okay, I'm waiting for that crit. Buzu's with you. He's got the light. He's got the sword. He's kind of sticking with Alonzo, who you guys aren't directly under it, but you're just behind it. Hutton. You also are trying to keep up. Everybody's pretty much. It's two groups. Yeah. It's Alonzo and Buzu. And then the back group is Captain Wabo Cabo, who keeps having to stop to aim for a moment and then fire, and Yalmont and Loren Hutton right now. Where will the madness end? What are you going to do there, Loren Hutton? So it's kind of a stop and start running, because Wabo stops and then he sprints to get closer, and then stops and then sprints and that kind of thing.
I'm going to try the ball of light one more time.
Oh, yeah? You just want a flash of light all around the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You concentrate for a moment. Nothing happens.
I'm out of
what a shame. Yes. Oh, if only lightning would strike it. Anyway, top of the round again.
But I feel like that's going to, me trying to conjure lightning.
No, you can't conjure lightning. Alonzo, Shaeder. Just conjure a lightning rod on top. Anyway. Alonzo, you got your crossbow. You can stop for a moment and fire. Give me a roll. If that's it's well within range, by the way.
I'm going to take the shot.
The range is like 40 yards. The whole cemetery, I don't think is 40 yards. Come on.
That's a hit. Yep.
What kind of a hit? Is it a regular success?
I believe it is a regular. It's a regular success.
Okay. Roll me damage for your crossbow. Armor fights back for a change. This is the first time armor has. You guys would have killed this thing by now if the armor hadn't been holding up.
If you hadn't kept up with the armor.
Yeah. I've had
Five total.
5. Okay, your crossbow bolt just seems to bounce off.
That's a D6
You're,
plus 2.
yeah, it wasn't a good. You don't think it was like it wasn't a great shot as far as it was a great shot, and don't forget to check crossbow if it's not already crossed. But it hit obviously some part of it that's armored or that has like a lot of fleshy tissue, and it didn't penetrate at all. The thing
Bring it down.
you see the fence ahead of you, the iron fence. And the thing is flapping, and it looks like it's going to go over the fence. Actually, it does. It flies over the fence. So, oh no, you and Buzu stop right there, and then next round you'll be able to tell me if you want to try to do something about that. Wabo Cabo.
I'm gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay, make a roll.
Come on. 45 is a fail.
There goes the crossbow. The arrow goes flying out into the darkness.
Yeah, I've shot 5 shots.
How many? What is your chances of hitting with the bow? Well, you don't have to say. You don't have to say. It obviously isn't very high.
But below half.
Okay, Hutton.
But it's his best attack, too.
It's leaving the graveyard ground.
Yes, you see it fly over the fence. To keep up with it is going to require, well, not you, Hutton, this round, unless you want to run up and just do it, is going to require a climb check to get over that fence. Exactly. Nobody puts points in climb.
Actually, I do.
Oh, nice.
So do I. Actually, so do I.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to climb it.
Okay.
I did too.
So you guys you rush forward,
Yeah.
and grab the fence and try to get over it. You made it. Okay, so Hutton runs
Yeah.
past you, Shaeder, and
Okay.
scurries up the side of the fence and over the other side. Captain Wabo Cabo, you hired sailors. Where does climb start? Does it start at 15?
No, it starts at 20.
It starts at 20. Okay, they're gonna have 40 points in climb, just because they're up and down and all kinds of over the. So that just goes. That just makes sense.
Oh yeah.
They got the same amount of climb that I do.
So back to the top.
Time is a skill
Alonzo.
sailors use a lot.
Yes, Alonzo.
Okay.
It takes
you know
around.
what?
What? How long does it take to reload? It takes your crossbow's half, right?
I'm not reloading actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a long shot.
Oh, I like long shots.
Because this is after all a dream.
Yeah,
And
it is.
they said something about how you can manipulate the environment.
They did.
What happens if I try to convince the universe around me that one of those lightning bolts should hit it?
That's gonna be tough.
It's in the air after all,
Right,
and
but
there's lightning already, and it's elevated above. It's above. It's no longer clear of trees.
it's true.
Makes a good target. It makes it at this point. It makes a good target for
Making
lightning.
a good
for lightning
argument.
bolt.
You're making a very good argument here. I will put it to a vote. Who thinks that you should be able to just manipulate the environment to have lightning come down in a certain spot? How hard would that be?
I still think it'd be pretty hard.
This is pretty hard.
I'm also thinking, do I want it done to me?
No, you can't think that way. You
Oh,
haven't
okay.
run into one dreamer yet in your
That's
all of
true.
your
That's
travels.
true.
So
And there has been the lightning strikes have been pretty constant. It's not like I'm conjuring a lightning strike out
there
of
is a
nowhere.
lot of lightning. Does Alonzo have any meteorology?
I have 50 in natural world.
Oh, natural world. Give me a natural world check.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
No,
93.
I failed.
Okay, so that doesn't give you any advantage. So it's going to cost you 6 magic points. I'm going to say this time, because the severity of the storm. This is not something you will probably. Well, your dreaming skill is very low, unfortunately. So likely this will fail anyway. But it will cost you 6 magic points. I don't know how many magic points you have. That's the number I pulled out. If you're doing it in a place where it's not as bad as this, with this much lightning and all this thunder and the violence of the storm, it will probably cost more. So keep that in mind if that changes later down the line. But
So
yeah,
if there wasn't a lightning storm and it wasn't in the air and making itself the most likely target for lightning, I probably wouldn't have thought of this in the first
yep.
place.
So yeah, make me a
But the
roll.
circumstances are perfect, so I'll give it a shot, and I fail.
Yeah. Okay. So it costs you 6 magic points as you concentrate to try to. You can still move, and I'll still allow you to try to climb over the fence if you want. Because all it
Yeah,
takes is
then I will.
lightning. Get him. Damn it.
Then
And
I
then
will attempt to follow, and I will fail the climb roll as well.
okay,
So.
you are struggling. You're. It's going to take you. Yeah, you can't get over that fence without a climb roll. So you're having difficulty. It's all wet. Hutton must have a ladder in his pocket. What the hell? He scurried over the damn thing like a monkey. Um,
Half
uh,
monkey. He was looking for Sasquatch. Oh no, he never told him that though.
he's on the other side with no light. I mean, he ran up, jumped, went over the fence like a monkey, and then uh, he's on the other side, getting ready to run some more. The thing is starting to go into the darkness again. You guys were keeping up easily, so it's gonna take it a few rounds before it's gonna actually be gone again. Wabo Cabo, what do you want to do?
Taking another shot.
Okay, you run up to the fence.
You say I'll run up a little bit farther and take another shot. Damn. Regular success.
Roll me damage.
Come on, max out. I did 6.
This one actually seemed to hurt it. Wow, good job.
Yeah.
You finally hit something significantly.
Well, I've
maybe
been
not
hitting
significantly, but yeah,
I've
you've been
been
hitting it.
hitting
But
it.
you can see those arrows are like this, hanging off.
Right.
This one stuck into it, and you heard it screech, and scream something about pins and needles, pins and needles, pins and needles. Um, Sailor boys, 40% chance. Buzu's over the top. Oh, wait a minute.
I was going to ask.
Buzu got an extreme success. He whips up
Okay.
to the top and he leans a hand down for Shaeder. No, he's got the light. Fuck. No, he zips over the top and he's running after this thing, trying to keep it in the light. Buzu's got his bloodlust up. Yalmant.
That's fine. But keep the
Yalmant
light
fails.
pointed
These aren't ropes. And he's also still got a sword in one. Well, he's got a sword in one hand and a fucking lantern in the other, and he's trying to climb. And he finally shoves his cutlass into his belt. So he'll try again next round. But he's kind of It's Buzu. You guys were almost sure Buzu just went. That's how he's like lip over the top, and he's trying to keep the light on it. Hutton.
I was almost hoping for a chance to attack it if he was at the top of the fence. But
No, it had already passed over. I did definitely say that before.
I'm going to try to keep up with it. I can't think of it.
You're over the fence. Yeah, you can keep up with Buzu. That gives you light.
Yeah.
So there's light in the area with the two of you. And it just right now, is it looking at you? You can't tell. You can see the face because it's on the bottom of this thing when it flies.
Okay.
But it's still kind of heading away. It's trying obviously to get away from you. That's what it looks like. Alonzo. You can see the thing in the light with Buzu trying to keep up with it. It's moving approximately 8 yards per round away from you. So like I said, it's super slow and gaining altitude slowly.
All right, I'm going to have to try to climb over again.
Okay, give me a climb check.
Because I'm a long way from the gate, right?
Yes, this is the north end of the cemetery. The gate is in the southeast corner.
Yeah. So no, I fail.
Okay, so you're having difficulty getting over the wet fence. You were thinking about striking it with lightning. Now you're a little worried about lightning striking you, as you are trying to climb over an iron fence. That's not a good feeling.
In fact, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna move out of contact with the fence.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because that fence is made of iron and therefore also subject to potentially a lightning strike.
You haven't seen any strikes that seem to be close enough yet. You don't think any actually have struck inside the cemetery, but you're not 100%. You were wrapped up in that fucking thing for a while. You guys were in the mausoleums for a while. There could have been strikes in that you just didn't see. Okay. Loren, as you watch, the thing swoops and comes down. Make me a luck check.
Oh, Loren's going to win this one.
No, he doesn't have to make a luck check. It's going for Buzu. That light is not good for this thing, apparently. And it's going to try to enwrap Buzu. Buzu's going to fight back. Who wants Captain Wabo? Roll me for Buzu, please. He has a 40% with a cutlass.
Oh, it was at a 30, and then it tipped right down onto a 70.
Let's see. He's got. This is how it attacks.
So
the thing misses him.
79 altogether.
Goes between the two of you. Buzu lets out a shriek. Oh, sure. Hutton, it flies right by the two of you. You can see its tail whips up and is trailing behind it like this. Anyway,
looking for a target.
It is maybe okay. Wabo Cabo. The thing's going.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's well in the light now. It looks like it was going to take advantage of the fact there's only two of you. In order to
regular success again.
You hit. All right.
With another 6 points of damage.
Another hit. That one's stuck in it again. Buzu is going to attack it, and as he attacks, you see the tail goes to parry. Do you want to give me a attack with Buzu? Anybody? Who wants it this time? Do you want it, Captain, or do you want somebody else to take it?
I'll do it again. That's fine.
Okay.
44.
44 is a miss. Okay, it doesn't. Well, it doesn't really matter. The tail was not where it should have been. If he would have gotten put by it, if it hadn't been for that terrible roll. Anyway, Yalmut. I hate that name. I hate that I named that guy that because I can never remember it. Cocked. Well, it doesn't matter. Woo. Okay. Yalmut drops the lantern. He rolled a 99, which is a fumble. The lantern hits the ground and goes out. Oh, oops, is what you hear from the darkness. Hutton.
All right.
I believe Alonzo still has a light, though. No, he gave it to Buzu. Yeah. That's the only light you guys have right now. Is that light out there near the thing, which is probably maybe 10 yards beyond the fence. Hutton, what do you want to do?
Creature's still within reach.
Yeah. It swooped by to try to attack. It's a bunch of quick slashes back or whatever you want before it starts to try to fly away again. You can attack if you want. Buzu took a swing and failed miserably. It already tried to parry. I believe every additional parry is going to cost it a penalty die.
I'm hoping... Can I get under it to try to slash at what it would be its belly?
Sure.
I'm hoping maybe the belly.
It whipped down. It went between you. It kind of turned towards you as it turned away from Buzu, but that tail is still whipping around.
I like these dice tonight.
That's a regular success. It gets a chance to parry your blow, but it also has a penalty die. Oh, that's a miss, just. Wow, you're so lucky it had a penalty die. Well, one of them is an 06, and the other one was above its attack, so yeah.
7 points of damage.
Oh, 7 points. Okay, you're attacking the belly of the
beast.
This
scenario was about to be over real quick.
Oh. Okay, so here's what happens. Let me do math. Okay. So basically, as it went by, it parried one blow and it didn't parry Buzu's blow. I think that was just a whiff.
They were both.
That was
misses,
a whiff.
Yeah.
So whiff, you saw the tail kind of head his way and swing your way.
Mm-hmm.
And you did one of these under it and just slide along its belly, and you see blood. That was a solid cut. You cut it. That looks like the worst injury it's sustained so far, just as it went by, and you hear it just shriek in pain, like, Bitey, bitey, bitey.
Go for the belly.
Alonzo.
I'm still on the other side of the fence.
You're on the other side of the fence, and it's dark over here. There's some
light,
ambient light coming from the other side. Well, no, you guys have a good amount of light because within about 30 feet, and they're about. You're at the edge of the actual light. They're about 10 yards away. You're at the edge of the actual light where it starts to get dim behind you.
Okay, can I get another shot at it? I'll shoot through the fence.
Yeah,
it's an iron fence, right?
Hold on. Is it a half for the light crossbow?
Yeah, but I haven't used it. I haven't fired in 3 rounds.
Yeah, but you fired it, and then you were trying to climb the fence.
Yeah.
So you have to reload it still.
I'll still take
this round. You'll have to reload it. So you.
So reload is all I can do this turn then.
Yeah, that's all you're going to be able to do. Next round, you can take a shot. The thing wants away from freaking Hutton. That's for damn sure. It is going to. It banks. Well, it came like this, and now it's starting to flap again, and trying to get some altitude to get away from Hutton, who is obviously the most dangerous warrior amongst you. It just wants out of here now. Wabo Cabo. It is still within striking range.
All right. Has it turned and is it facing the wall then? It is
actually coming your direction. It looks like it's trying to bank in order to start to flap and gain altitude.
All right.
So you can take a shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot it in the belly, like Hutton said.
Okay. You can't dodge missiles, so come on, extreme success.
It's not going to be an extreme success.
That's what y'all need.
It is a hard.
It's a success.
It's a hard success.
Nice.
Unless there's 6 coins. Unless there's 6 coins in play.
There's not. There's only 2. Don't forget, you guys can nominate each other for coins. Don't forget that, because sometimes I get caught up in shit and I forget to give you coins.
Yeah.
I've only given out 1 coin so far, and I don't even remember what that was for.
Oh, damage.
Roll me damage, please.
3.
Oh, another bounce, another, and it just kind of, it's like, and then it just hangs.
All right.
There's 3 of them hanging off this thing right now.
It's like, I thought it would. He's just thinking to himself, I thought it was easier to hit it in the belly.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be. Buzu. Who wants to roll for Buzu? The thing will be trying to parry with its tail.
I'll keep rolling.
Still. That's weird.
75.
That's a huge miss. It missed 2, so whiff and a whiff. Hutton, the most dangerous man alive. It's still low enough you can try to attack it as it's trying to escape. It's going to try to parry. It gets a penalty die again.
I missed.
Wait.
That's okay. It succeeded still. Man, my dice are so hot tonight. I almost killed Kevin. This is fucking crazy. My dice do not do this. They hate me. Top of the round. Alonzo, you have a bolt in your crossbow. It did, but that just means that it would have it would have blocked the blow. It can't attack you with a parry. It was just trying to keep your blade away.
And that's a solid miss with the crossbow.
Damn. Okay. All right. Okay. The creature's getting altitude. This will be the last round. It'll be low enough for swords to strike it again. And it is, again, turning to try to head away from the cemetery, which puts it 18 yards away from the fence this round. Okay?
Okay.
I mean, that still should be well within range of missile weapons.
Yeah.
It's really slow flyer. Wabo Cabo.
Shoot.
Okay, make a roll.
Fail.
The crewman. Give me a roll from the crewman. The creature is going to try to parry the blow.
35.
A 35 would have been a hit, but it did parry the blow.
Okay.
Tink with its tail. Hutton. Oh, wait a minute. Yalman. He dropped the lantern 2 rounds ago, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. He's going to try to get over the fence. He's going to abandon the lantern. He made it over the fence. This round, he's rushing at it, and he's going to try to stab it. You want to give me another That's going to require two
05.
penalty dice on that, and that's a miss. An 05. Oh no, is an NPC going to kill this thing? An 05 is an impale. Max damage for a cutlass. Cutlass does 1d6 plus 1. So 7 plus roll a d6.
I rolled a 3.
So that's 7 and 4 is 11.
Okay.
11 points. Let's see how the armor holds.
That 05 would have been for me, though, if no.
Yeah. 11 minus. Yeah. The thing shrieks and kind of comes down to the ground and like hits the ground hard. Like kind of floats down, like the wings are still out, and then tumbles and kind of ends up in a heap. After Yalmut hit it, and we're just saying Yalmut went after Hutton this round because he had to run over to get there. Top of the round. I'm going to consider us in combat until you guys know it's dead or decide you don't have to be in combat anymore. Shaeder. What were you doing?
I'm still on the other side of the fence.
Did you fire last round?
I did.
Yes.
So okay. So you have an empty crossbow. You see it hit the ground. Boozer's there with the light. So there's light in this area. The lantern is on the ground next to you because Yalmut decided just to abandon it. So what do you want to do?
Can I get the lantern started again?
It will take several rounds because, of course, you got to get out. You get out your flint and steel, and you start trying to. It'll take a while, like a minute probably.
Don't worry about it. I'll reload.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
I'll reload.
Oh yeah. Click. Okay, your crossbow's loaded. Wabo Cabo.
Okay.
It's lying on the ground.
I'm going to sling the bow over my shoulder, and I'm going to try to climb over the fence.
Okay, give me a climb check. And Wabo Cabo gets hit by lightning.
76.
Okay.
I failed.
Wabo Cabo's like trying, but it ain't ropes, and it's got no good surface to grab. The crewmen are carefully moving towards the thing in case it's faking. But now they're looking to Hutton. But they got swords ready. Boozer's got that light in his hand. Loren, what do you want to do? Bottom of the round.
Want to move up to it and try to drive the scimitar through it.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to really roll to administer a coup de grace and kill the thing.
I rolled a 3.
Well, then fine. You rolled a 3, so that's.
That's
extreme success.
Yeah,
that's perfect for the coup de grace.
That's a ton of fucking damage. Yeah.
It's a literal coup de grace.
The thing jerks involuntarily, and a few moments later you hear the death rattle. On the other side of the fence can make a listen check to see if they hear that and will recognize it if you so desire.
Nope.
Alonzo.
Oh, it's one of the crewmen. No, I didn't roll on it.
Yes.
You heard it?
You listen. Hang on a sec. Was that a success for listen? Yes, it is.
You heard a noise that you've heard in combat and fights many a time as the last breath rolls sloppily out of a body. You think it's from that thing. You're certain it is. You have a crossbow. It's armed. You can still shoot it if you want.
No. I'm going to set the crossbow down, and my next move involves first aid. In other words,
you're trying to
pull the armor back and see
I'm
how
going to
bad
assume we're out
I'm
of
hit.
combat. The thing is probably 90% dead. Go ahead and make me a first aid check, Alonzo.
Okay.
How many wounds did you have?
I just got hit once.
You bit you once. You can do one first aid to try to help yourself. There's enough light coming from the light through the fence that you can see.
No, I failed.
Okay, so you feel like shit. You are badly. You took a major wound. You were just like, your armor has been shredded on one side. It's going to need some repairs. But all things considered, you consider yourself lucky to be alive.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sort of move myself so I'm sitting with my back to a tree or a tombstone.
Yeah, yeah,
Anything
yeah.
that is not the fence.
Yeah, there's okay. So what there is there's like a walkway along the fence line, like a gravel path. There's tombstones just the other side of it, like 3 or 4 feet away. You can kind of stumble over there and sit down and lean up against one of the tombstones. The wet rain
Okay.
just coming down on you, it actually feels good.
Yeah,
It's
I can't tell.
cooling. You feel like you're
I
feverish. You just feel terrible.
Yeah,
Captain
I don't have enough
Wabakabo.
light to tell how much is blood and how much is rain.
Exactly. Captain Wabakabo, you see Shaeder do this. It looked like he was trying to like somehow help his wounds, and then he just stumbles over and sits down and leans back against a gravestone. He looks terrible. You
Can I
cannot
try
do
it?
not
Okay.
first aid.
Okay.
Only one attempt per wound can be made. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay.
he
That's
tried
fine.
he tried it his best, and
You know,
he didn't do any
if he has points in it, he had a better chance of doing
probably.
better than me anyway.
What
So I just
so
thought it was a 30.
anything you want to
Um,
do?
so I'm going to try to climb the fence then.
Yeah. Make a
Again.
roll.
So, 81. I felt. Damn, this thing's slippery.
Cross the fence, Hutton and the two crewmen. You're muted.
I'm going to say, I am going to ask, like, is it dead? It's not moving. Is it dead?
Well, he's talking to Jana or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
so
I heard it die.
I think it's dead. Yelmet killed it. Or wait, no, this fella did, but it was already on the ground. They seem a little confused. The whole fight was just crazy, and it looks like both of them had really gotten like
Good hits
into
on
it.
it.
They really were into it. Like, let's kill it. No, you don't think Buzu ever hit it? I don't believe. Yalman certainly did. I think it's
Oh,
dead.
right.
This fella
And
stabbed it.
I'm gonna ask Boozy to bring the light back. I need it.
Oh yeah, he scurries over. Um, Actually, he will just reach through the bars and hand the light to Captain Wabokabo, who's next to the.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and
No,
so that's easier than
take
him
it
trying to
over.
get over and all this
Yeah.
mess.
And
Quite
I
a
can
storm brewed up, eh, Captain?
see what I'm doing here.
Yeah, it's bad. That thing mauled you pretty good. You need a doctor. Is what goes through your head. You think you'll live, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It just chewed up your chest, like delicious.
Had worse.
I've had worse. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Not much.
That is worth a coin. Okay.
much.
All
I
right.
bet.
So, summarizing, what do you want to do? You've got this thing.
I say I want to inspect it, with some light and everything. I want
Okay.
to look it over.
Okay. How?
And then
Do you want to get over the fence? Do you want them to bring it into the cemetery? Do you want to take it back to town? Do you want to take it back to the ship? Do you want to take it back to Golin's house? Do you want to go get Golin? Um, the storm is raging. Nobody wants to touch the fence anymore because they realize how foolish it was to touch it in the first place. During a storm like
it's not
this.
that foolish.
Make a luck check, Captain Wabokabo.
Oh, okay. I've made it.
You made it.
27.
All right.
Yeah.
So there isn't a strike of lightning on the fence nearby to
Right.
tell you how stupid that statement was.
I know.
But, so yeah, you're right. It's not that bad. Alonzo looks like he is seriously injured. He's very pale. He's got the light now. You took the light over to him, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's very pale. He's just kind of. You can describe yourself, Alonzo. How do you? Are you just still leaning against the tombstone, like trying to deal with this pain?
I'm sitting with my back against the tombstone.
Okay. He just looks. You're no doctor. Maybe he's gonna die.
Far away.
Well, yeah.
And Hutton, what are you doing during all this mess? Because you were thinking, Wabakaba's like, I want to see this thing up close. But then you're looking at Shaeder, and it's like, well, we can't just leave him here.
Yeah.
So, what in general, how do you guys want to handle this?
I'm gonna try to help Shaeder get up, and I'll kind of let him put his weight on.
Well, you're on the
the
wrong side
fence.
of the fence, unless you want to go around the cemetery and come back in. Now, there's enough light and lightning and shit that as long as you don't just run, you shouldn't have a problem doing it. It'll take a minute or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Okay. The crewmen They're out there in the dark with the thing. They've still got swords pointing at it. Just in
No,
case. You
yeah,
see that in a flash of lightning. When the lightning flashes, you can just see them. They're just kind of waiting there, just in case. Because if it jumps up, they're going to
yeah,
kill it, or they're going to try to kill it.
right. Um, where's the lantern at? That
Oh, it's on the. It's
whichever
just
one.
on the ground next to the fence. Yalma dropped it when he tried to climb over, so it's right inside the fence. You can see it in the light from Alonzo's magical light.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the lantern and I'm going to try to light that lantern.
Okay, it takes. Hutton arrives about the time you get the lantern lit.
Okay.
You get a spark, you blow on it. You can smell a little of the oil probably dripped out, but not too much. And you get it lit and closed back up.
I'll also refill or like see what the level is.
It still feels like it's pretty full, maybe still half full.
Okay.
It's not been long since because remember you guys filled the lanterns and then Miss Eldridge left. You guys were walking back from that and you got attacked.
Right.
And so it's only been a few minutes since Miss Eldridge left, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Not very long at all. So you've got a lit lantern. He's got the light. Hutton shows up. Just at the edge of the, out in the edge of the light, you can see your two crewmen. They're guarding the thing, ready in case it comes back to life somehow. Because people talking about ghosts, people were talking about zombies, dead things coming back to life and shit, and they are very nervous.
So I'm gonna tell Hutton and Shaeder, like, I'm gonna go to my men and I'm gonna walk around because obviously that fence is too damn slippery to climb. I can't climb it.
Okay, yeah. You get over there in a minute or two.
Are you going to recover the creature's body?
That's what I'm doing.
He does say that before you leave. He says that. Yeah, okay. The three of you.
We're gonna take it and if
this thing has a size of 130. It's gonna take all three of you probably to basically get it up so you can partially carry, partially drag it back. Where do you want to take it?
if we gotta drag it, right now I'll tell them we'll meet you at the gates if you want. And we'll drag it to the front, and then hopefully they can help us drag it either into town if we want to do that. Then I know Shaeder's looking bad, but
I'll manage.
Right. So
I'm gonna when I get over to them, I'm going to let Shaeder put his weight on me. I'll kind of brace him.
Okay. So you're gonna help Shaeder walk back to town, basically.
I'll stand up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm okay. I've had worse.
He's not okay.
Not okay.
You can recognize that without any kind of roll. You've never seen Shaeder quite like this. He's very pale. He's that 1,000-yard stare is like steeped with pain in his eyes and in his face. Every time he takes a step or makes a little jerk, he grimaces just a little.
Yeah.
But being right there.
Yeah. I won't admit it, but
right, exactly. You know he is hurting. So are you going to do anything tonight about Gollin, or just leave him in the graveyard?
I kind of want to leave him in the graveyard for the time being.
I just want to make sure, because nobody would forget about Crazy Man running around naked with a fucking, I got magic wings or whatever he's doing out here. So you guys can make your way back to town. Do you want to go back to the ship? Do you want to go back to Gollin's? It is the middle of the night and everybody's locked in their houses. You know that. So there's no inn or tavern to come in with a big monster body and be like, we solved your fucking problem. Okay, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Part of me wants to just leave it in the middle of town.
Gollin's house is open to us, right?
Yes, you guys are staying at Gollin's house during the day.
That's the closest place we can get to.
It is very close. It's just inside the west end.
Let's go.
Yeah, you get to Gollin's house. Do you want to drag the thing inside?
Yeah, I don't want anyone else to make
drag it
claim
inside
to this thing.
and you drop it. It takes up a lot. You can you fold the wings over and cram it in a corner as best you can to keep it out of the way.
We roll it up like a rug.
You could roll it up. You could hang it. He doesn't have a hook. If he had a hook on the wall, you could just hang it on the wall. It looks like a cloak. Shaeder, what about you? There is a bed in here.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to get the damaged armor off, and now that I have light and whatnot, see what I can do about at the very least getting something to keep me from bleeding out.
Yes, you don't think you're going to bleed out, and you can get covered up and get bandaged. as best you can.
Do I see him like looking over himself?
Yeah, you see him take the armor. He pulls the armor shirt off. First time you've
like
seen him without it, really.
Out shredded, like something just went at his
There's
chest.
a lot of blood. Some of it's already starting to cake.
Well,
and
you told when it did that thing to me, but my armor absorbed a lot. Yeah, you even said that armor got damaged.
Yeah, your armor you need to replace probably. He's gotten badly injured. It's already starting a little bit to the blood has already started to clot a little bit on him. He's got to take his shirt off because otherwise that's going to connect. He's going to end up with his shirt as part of his skin. And probably my guess is you take the shirt and do a makeshift bandage and wraps it around himself and kind of ties it off to try to stop the bleeding. He's badly injured. It's going to be a while before he's badly injured. Shaeder, how far down are you?
I'm at 5. I have 5 hit points left.
You took 9 and you still have 5. Holy crap. You
are
solid, man.
That's awesome. What I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's why I'm still walking around and shooting.
So that major wound goes away once you get back up to half hit points. Shaeder, make me an intelligence check.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee. I'm trying.
Okay, hang on. No, I did not.
Okay, that's fine too. Hutton, make me an intelligence check. You remember you can heal yourself or others with dreaming. You happen to remember that. So, seeing Shaeder. Yes, you don't. Does Shaeder. He may or may not know about this. You don't remember if you've told him about this.
You might be able to heal yourself with dream magic.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Rascal went with Isabella. Just FYI.
Heal oneself with dream magic.
Yeah, just...
Okay. How?
Just... I don't know. Think about your wounds closing.
Okay.
Okay. Make me a dreaming check, Shaeder. If you concentrate it.
Well, give me a moment actually, because I'm gonna actually add something to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna fish in my bag for a pencil stub, and some paper.
Okay.
And the focus here is I'm going to begin writing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you writing?
Last Will and Testament.
No.
No, actually. What I'm actually writing is my mother's name and address.
Oh man, that gets a coin. I love that. That is dark.
I fail on the dream.
Okay, it costs you 2 magic points.
I mean, in all fairness, I've got like 11 in dreaming magic, so
you have plenty, so you're fine. But it takes 2 more magic points. You used 6 earlier, I think, to try to call the lightning, and then use 2 more. So you've used 8.
Well, I have 2. What happens if you reach 0 magic points?
If you're fine if you reach 2, you feel drained. But basically, it takes 1d3 magic points to heal 1 point of injury, right? Yep. If you go over your magic points and hit -1, every point over 0 is a point of damage.
Okay, so
but it's more of an internal injury. It's more like you're fucking with your brain.
I have 2 magic points left, so I could try one more time.
You could try one more time, but
there's no penalty for being at 0.
It could injure you some more.
Oh, so if I'm at 0, I'm in danger of being hurt?
Yes. Once your magic goes below 0, each point below 0...
I'm not going to go below 0.
At best it would be... You have 3 magic points left?
I have 2.
2. Oh, yeah.
So
it just cost me 2 to make that attempt.
Right, but Andy just told you meta.
2 minus 3. If I roll 3 points it costs you is -1. So 0 doesn't count as a... Yeah.
Oh, so the two I spent was for failure. Success would cost me 1 to 3.
Yeah, every time you try it costs you 1 to 3. And I rolled 2 for how many points it costs.
Or fail.
So, and that's all meta.
Okay,
but your character knows that you are really drained mentally. You can take the chance and try.
I don't think I'm up for it.
But
Then
and that's fine.
I'm gonna finish the note.
Okay.
And probably the last thing I'm gonna do is hand it to Mr. Hutton and say, should it come to the worst, deliver this, please.
Hutton, make me a psychology check.
And then unconsciousness.
Okay, and then just fall back on the bed.
Yeah. I may have enough left to grab the blanket and pull it up.
Gotcha. So Hutton, he's acting like he's awake. Like this is like if he dies here, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
He's obviously a little either delusional at this moment from pain and all the injury, or has just completely forgotten where he is, that he's in a Dreamlands.
Correct.
So, and you can't get this piece of paper, but you could memorize it if you want. But obviously, he's badly hurt. He's obviously
I'm gonna attempt to memorize it.
You can.
It has a street address in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. A name? Does it have her name?
Or just it has the street. Hang on a sec. What was I looking at? It's addressed to Miss Patience Walter Shaeder, number 16 Atlantic Avenue, Brooklyn.
Patience, that was Captain Cabo's mother's name. No, I'm just joking.
Is there a
Why would you say
the body of the text says nothing other than Nishevoth, date uncertain.
Says what?
Nishevoth, that's the name of the town we're in, right?
Oh, Nithivash.
Nithivash.
Date,
yes.
And then date question mark.
Date, and that's it?
That's it.
That is so dark. I love it. Poor Alonzo. He is just in bad shape. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason for that, by the way, is actually a lot darker.
All right.
No, I'm not joking. The reason for that has to do with the fact that during the Civil War, there was no system for accounting for the dead.
Right.
So if you died, odds are, unless someone wrote to your family or the sanitary commission did such, no one would ever know what happened to you.
Right.
The idea being that
never came home.
What he's done is he's written the place if he's going to die. That's his mother's name, and at least she will know when and where. And he doesn't know the date, so that's why date unknown. Because otherwise, it would have been place and date.
Okay. So what are the other two of you doing? Shaeder has either fallen asleep or into unconsciousness, blissful numbness for now.
I appear to be still alive.
The storm is still roaring outside.
I don't have first aid.
I
do.
He's already tried to do first aid on himself. He's done as best as anybody can do at this juncture.
What you need is medicine now.
Yeah, I don't.
Medicine or dreaming or points in dreaming that you can try to. But you're spent as far as magic, and you realize you've pushed yourself pretty hard as far as using your dreaming powers. So,
I'm tempted just because I'm at full health.
You can risk it. Try to give him a point back. Remember, it's 1d3 magic points. That's how much damage you'll take, right? Are you at 0?
I'm at 0 magic.
So that'll be straight up what I roll, 1d3. Nosebleeds and all the awful stuff that happens from that.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
And I'm not in a position to tell you yes or no.
You've passed out. I like that.
I failed.
2 points, Sean. Take 2 points. Oh, that... Yeah, that was unpleasant. You don't want to do that again. You can, but I wouldn't.
No.
Did I watch it?
Yeah, his whole face turned bright red.
I watched him walk over to him, like put his hands on him or something, and then he just turned bright red.
What did it look like? Did you go and put your hands on him? Did you just look at him from across the room, and all of a sudden you're like, "Ugh."
No, I mean I would have over top of him. I'd have been leaning over.
Okay, and just kind of staring. Yeah. Oh, you have a nasty headache now. And that thunder ain't helping none.
Yeah, don't do
just
that again.
Observing at this point. I'm not saying anything.
Ding for Wabo for Loren for trying to help the man. Yeah. Do you want to are you guys going to spend the night here?
Yeah.
Right now it's not real dark in here because Alonzo's light is on a table. That little tiny shitty table on one side, it just ended up there. It's just sitting in the middle of the table. You've also got the lantern if you want. Keep in mind, anybody outside is going to be able to look in and just see you guys. There are a couple windows that are not shuttered. If you don't care, that's fine. I mean,
at this point, I don't
Yeah.
care whether people can see in or not.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna
I just want to be out of the rain, and it kind of feels like we're safe at the moment. So
Okay,
I want to kind of just keep watch on Alonzo tonight.
The sailors are keeping watch on the thing.
Yeah.
They're ready to. One of them sleeps while the other one stands over it, like literally walking around the room with a sword in hand, watching this thing, very nervously, throughout the night. What does Captain Wabo Cabo do? Hutton just went to sleep, like sitting at the table, put his head down.
He'll try to he'll go over to one of them and say he'll take a watch as well.
Oh yeah, you can split the watch to 3, so that would it's going to be about 8 hours till morning, probably. Everybody will get 8 magic points back. If you've been spending magic points, you get a point back per hour.
Okay, so.
And Sean, you don't go to -2 magic points since you take damage. You still start at 0, and they'll start coming back. Because you basically gave life to try to help him instead of magic.
Yep.
It ain't great. The storm is still rain is still coming down 8 hours or so later. Alonzo, you kind of stumble into wakefulness. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of like unsure you're awake for a long time. You doze and then you wake up again when the thunder roars outside. This happens like 3 or 4 times before you finally kind of realize, yes, I'm awake now.
Okay, so I'm alive. But
it appears so, yes. Hutton, you're also the same way. You're kind of like coming and going.
Wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you forgot there for a moment. You're dreaming.
How do you figure?
Well, you gave me this.
It holds up the piece of paper.
With it looks to be a family member's address in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Second time I've done that.
I'm assuming the first time you weren't dreaming.
First time was near Petersburg. 6 April, 64. Wait a minute.
I just thought of something.
That's the same. And then I just realized what I did was I made a copy of a letter I thought I'd still be carrying.
That you still thought you carried?
I thought I still had that because I never sent it the first time because I didn't die.
Yeah, but that's not here with you. That one is.
I know. I just made a copy of it.
Yeah.
I just made an exact copy of the letter that I thought I would have had with me.
That's still in your pocket or your desk or whatever back in Seattle then.
But I just made a copy of the same exact note.
Except for the location and the date.
Except the location, yeah.
Nice.
All right.
It doesn't occur. That just occurred to me.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. That's amazing. Okay.
Something else just occurred to me. Pulling out the stone. Miss Eldridge, are you okay?
There's a bit of a pause, and it's like, oh, are you all right? Is everyone all right? Are you okay? We're back at the ship. We got back to the ship. Are you okay?
We are all alive. Mr. Shaeder is a little worse for wear.
Oh no! Is he all right? What happened?
I'm alive.
Mr. Shaeder.
A creature attacked him. Creature's dead.
The creature.
I don't know how she would react to that exactly.
We hope the only creature.
She wasn't 100% on board with killing it because she wasn't sure exactly. So she's like, well, I'm glad everyone's all right.
I don't suppose I could prevail upon someone to go through this place and see if we can't find something that resembles coffee.
Coffee.
You know what? Let's start searching the house.
I need a low luck check. That's on Shaeder this time. Oh, no, that's on Wabo. Who made the last? Wabo Cabo made the last low check.
Yeah. I'm the one, but I'm the one who asked. So I'll
yeah. Shaeder has low luck too. Yeah. It's a group thing.
And he made it. He made it.
Did you make it? Yes.
Yeah.
You find something that is kind of like coffee and a coffee pot. There is a small Like it's a small kind of a stovish, but it's not like really a stove. Um, and you can start a fire in it, and you can
Is there
warm
like
the coffee over it. Is basically what you could do with this little stovish kind of thing that you don't recognize as anything Benjamin Franklin thought of. Um,
But it'll do.
yeah,
It'll
you can
do.
make yourself some coffee. Um, there's no food in this place that hasn't completely rotted. But the coffee it's ground up beans. It's got a pretty good shelf
Oh,
life. So yeah,
yep.
there's even a bucket of kind of water you can use to make the coffee with, and you're boiling it anyway.
Or,
So who cares?
or rainwater will serve. It's not
Um,
like there's a shortage of rainwater right
yeah,
now.
it's been raining for several hours. You can get some coffee together.
You sure you don't want us to look for something a little bit stronger than coffee?
No.
hey,
Who's got
if
first
we
aid? Somebody give me first aid check. All
I've got
three of you
first
can
aid.
give a first aid check. Base is 30,
Okay.
Aaron. You could be like,
it is.
I don't give my boys liquor when they're bleeding out. You do.
I,
You give your boys
I,
liquor when they're bleeding.
It helps
I,
with the pain.
Who'd you
I
got?
succeed.
Alonzo. Yeah, liquor might not be good. Doesn't it dilute the blood and thin it a little bit or
it'll thin it.
something?
Blood.
You
Yeah.
think it's not good to give somebody who's got a big bloody wound a lot of alcohol. But the
You
coffee's
know,
great.
the coffee's not honestly much better, but the point is it feels good, and frankly, I don't care.
Yeah, it does feel good. It's warm.
Exactly.
You still feel very cold. You've lost a lot of blood,
Yep.
and so you're
It's,
feeling very weak at this
it's
juncture.
the cold.
Yeah.
It's the cold that I'm really fighting here with the blanket.
I'm
and the
gonna
hot
try
plate.
to give
Yeah.
him back some hit points.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're gonna try to heal him.
Yep.
Give me a
That's
roll.
a fail.
1,
Second one's a fail.
1. You wanna try again?
Third is a success.
1. Alonzo, how do you do this? What does it look like, Sean?
I'm literally just kind of holding my hands over the wounds,
Yeah.
thinking that
Alonzo,
that's where the
you
magic's going to come from.
feel slightly better as he
Oh,
does this. He walked up to you and just kind of went like this in front of your chest without actually touching you for maybe 20 seconds or so. And then you
okay.
started actually feeling better. Maybe it's all in your head, but you get a hit point
So
back.
I get 1 hit point back.
Yeah,
Okay.
what does that take you above half of your original hit points?
No, I need
Okay.
one more.
You still have a
I'm still
major
trying.
wound. Sean, I need a first aid for you to be able to tell this.
Okay. Yay!
You did, yeah. He's still in shitty shape. So if you want to keep trying, but
Yeah.
Shaeder, you're like, what is going on? I actually feel better.
Miss.
Not a lot
I'm looking
better.
like okay. They said that they don't
2.
like wizard gear, so don't make like you're a wizard.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to be able to do today, or for now.
But let me have a try myself.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I can. I see what you're doing, or at least I
Yeah, it's
think what
it's
you're
the
doing.
dream magic that you can.
First
I
one for you
cannot.
is 3, Shaeder. 3 magic
Yeah,
points, please.
I'll try one more time.
Okay. 2 magic points the second time. Any luck?
I've got for one more go because
Okay.
I can go down 100 points a bit. Still no.
Ooh, 3 the third time.
Yes, that takes me down to 2, and I've accomplished
That takes
nothing.
you 2. Yeah. So you try it,
Yeah,
and you
no,
just can't quite get it.
I don't. I understand the concept, but I do not see how you're doing it. Or
It's
But you
hard to
do feel
explain.
better. You feel slightly better. You
Yeah.
feel a little less feverish, and the wound does not hurt quite as much. And it has, some of it has, it looks like, what it looks like
It's
is you have
got-
this tear, and all of a sudden, like, the flesh starts to cover a little bit of
Yeah.
it. Like, you physically see it, like the flesh moves over it, as if it's healed, like, remarkably quickly. Like, impossibly quickly. Wabo Cabo, you see this too.
Yeah. I'm all taking mental notes of it.
Apparently, they have some kind of healing powers.
At least this
Hutton
one
does. Yeah,
At
Hutton
least
does. Yes.
Yeah, at least Hutton does.
Make a note. Okay, so what do you guys
Oh,
want to do?
he is.
You've got
Hutton's-
a badly injured
Hutton
Shaeder.
has now repaired his bow and
Yes.
healed someone.
Na 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 na. Boom.
I'm
It's fixed.
Jesus.
So yeah, what do y'all want to do? Shaeder's still badly injured, but he can. You can walk. You can get around. You're just like an invalid at this juncture. You're going to walk kind of slower. And actually, technically, as far as the game goes, you can still move as fast and do anything you want. And as much role playing as you want to do for that is fine. You got this monster in the corner.
I was going to say,
as far as the three of you can tell, who guarded it all night long, it has not moved at all.
Yeah. Once I'm done with like having a cup of coffee, if there's some left for me or whatever, I don't care.
You can make as much as you want. He had like a jar.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I don't know whether Cabo Wabo drinks coffee, but you know what? It's hot. It
is hot. It tastes good.
It's hot.
It tastes has terrible a flavor. If you don't drink coffee. It's up to you if Cabo Wabo drinks coffee or some equivalent. If he does, oh my God, it's coffee. Who cares?
You know what? He's probably has had it before, but you know what? He may not drink it on the regular.
So it's bitter and it's terrible tasting, but it's warm and man, you feel energized afterwards.
But yeah, after that, he's like, all right, let's take this thing into the market and show them what we did.
Okay.
Maybe now they'll treat us better.
I like that idea.
Okay. You guys go into the market with a monster, carrying it, all of you. Probably all the sailors and Cabo Wabo are probably carrying it. Shaeder makes his way. He's a little slower, but he's able to walk. Hutton, you've got a lot of blood on you from Shaeder, from helping him. There is some blood on you from that nasty wound that you did. As it flew by, it was like splash. Although most of that blood is like pink now because you walked a lot in the rain.
Yep.
So obviously it's old blood, but the water has made it so it's not just like straight up blood. And the same with I hate this fucking guy's name.
You said it right. Yelmet.
I feel like you should fire his ass because I want to get anybody else. Yelmet also has a lot of blood because Yelmet was the one that came in and killed the shit out of it with a cutlass. So there is a lot of pink on a lot of people's clothing. Buzu is probably pretty clean. Captain Wabo Cabo is probably... Did he get injured by the thing?
He got injured by the thing,
so there's some pinky blood on him too.
But tripping over that tombstone did more damage.
Yeah, but that was all blunt trauma.
I know. I'm just telling you.
You get a point back for sleeping the night. You never had a major wound, right?
Correct.
Does Hutton have any damage? Did he have a major wound?
No.
He gets a point back. Every night you get a point back unless you have a major wound. Then we check on a weekly basis until Shaeder's hit points reach half, and at that point he's no longer has a major wound.
Then you can start healing one every night.
And if you guys use dream healing, it's going to be super much faster. If you can get him above half, he's going to start healing on his own. Very quickly.
One more point, and I'm at half.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And Shaeder's looking better right now, than he did last night by 100,000 degrees.
And I think meta in an hour you will get that 1 point back. Am I right?
No, he still has a major wound until he gets to half.
I'm saying the one magic point. The one magic.
Yeah,
point.
Yeah. You get a point back every hour. Magic points. So you guys go into town. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the fish market?
The main market. I want to walk right down the processional or whatever, get right into the middle of the market and just throw this thing down, all dramatically.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that plan.
Do you want to do? Okay, well, do you want to? The main market is. Where the fuck is my map of this fucking town? Oh, I put them all in the back. Do you want to do? Do you want to do it in the fish market? You also know where where the town hall is. Captain Wabo Cabo, you went there trying to get some information.
So can we be in the market outside of the hall?
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah, right in front of town hall, on the steps that lead up to town hall.
For maximum effect.
Yeah.
Yes,
you guys bring it in. People are freaking out when they see you dragging this thing in. People, they're not like, ah! They're backing away from this thing that you guys are dragging in. It looks like a big-ass cloak, but there's some kind of slime or something on the ground that leaves a trail. Because you guys cut the shit out of it. Yeah, and that nasty looking tail. And you drag it all the way up, you bring it all the way and you throw it down.
I want to try to unravel it as we throw it down.
Yeah, you can.
So it flops open.
Yeah. People are like, oh! One lady faints.
Yeah.
And down she goes. Do you say anything?
Were there any murders last night?
You know they only happen like once a week. Keep that in mind.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay,
so it's not like it was killing every night.
The ghost has been slain, is what.
There's a lot of confusion as people want to know what happened, what's going on, blah 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 blah. What do y'all want to tell them? I mean, do you weave a story? Do you want to tell them everything that happened? Do you tell them about Gollin? What in general? You guys don't have to be like, I told this story, boom. But just what in general are you telling the people of Nithhi Vash?
I want to embellish our story a little bit.
Okay, yeah, you can.
So, yeah.
I'll need a fast talk for that.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Give me a fast talk to embellish it effectively. If you fail, it just comes across as you bragging a little.
Okay. Are there 5 coins in play?
There are 5 coins. Alonzo has 5. Hutton has 3. And you have 1. No, you should have at least 2. No, you used yours up. You have 1. Does anybody wish to lend coins to Captain Wabo Cabo?
I'm not lending him coins for bragging.
Okay.
It won't be bragging if you give him a coin.
Yeah, he needs 1 more coin in order to make a really great story that's
obviously
embellished. All right. You'll do that?
That's all right then.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll reflect on us all. So sure.
Yeah, probably will. Actually, you had 6 coins. I don't know how, Alonzo. Oh yeah, you did some good role playing.
He did some good role playing
shit.
Yeah.
And the whole writing your mother, I loved it. So as the storm actually lets up, you're telling this story. You don't have to embellish very much. Unless you want to change who got the kill blow. You can make it sound like Hutton, because Hutton finished the thing off like after it was inert. Or you can give the credit to Yalmut, who actually was the one who cut it, and then it crashed to the ground. But you could give credit to... You've got the lie, so if you want to give credit to anybody, you can take credit yourself if you want.
No, I'm still going to tell it fairly factually. I just want to embellish, like, maybe how many times we hit it, how many blows that it withstood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got that.
Yep. I want to make it sound like it was way harder for us to kill.
Dude, it was so hard for you to kill.
It really was.
You shot it like 3 times, and you could even say that. Oh my God, the beast just blew off the blow. Okay.
Yeah.
So who got the kill?
Bounced off the hide.
Who do you give the kill to? Yalmut or Hutton? Yalmut cut it out of the air. Hutton finished it off. You're pretty certain. When he went up and stabbed the shit.
I'm gonna give it to Yalmut. He's my crew member. Even though he's new. He
just puffs up as soon as you talk. Yeah, and he cut it out of the sky, and all that stuff.
Yeah, because it came crashing down.
Do you mention Gollin? Do you tell about Gollin, about running into Gollin out there and where he is? Do you tell them there's a sinkhole in one of the mausoleums? That's where it came from.
For sure. For sure he was also going to
tell them that Gollin's out there, he's still alive, and he's gone mad, and all this stuff. You just give a factual, except
the thing about the sinkhole is important. They may need to fill that in case there's another one down there.
Okay.
Who knows if it was the only one.
So you made it successful. You made a successful fast talk. So you embellish it. You tell a good yarn that's 99% accurate anyway. So so the people still seem leery of you guys a little bit, but they're not like they were before, like spitting on the ground and stuff. A few people are like, they probably brought it, but nobody's really paying much attention to the naysayers at this juncture. And what this does for you is several things over the next day. Or actually, over this day, over day 101 since you've entered the Dreamlands, is they don't have anybody in town who can really help Shaeder. But a few people look at him and they don't look disparagingly. Basically, there's no real doctors here. Wabo Cabo, you can get some cargo and sell some of your cargo. They're not completely off. A lot of them still don't want to talk. Nobody wants to talk about the Wizard Wilkes. But If you guys go inquire about him at this juncture, if you can make a social skill roll, any social skill roll, somebody can at least get some information, even though they hate to talk about him. That includes fast talk, intimidate,
Persuade
charm,
and
or
charm.
persuade. Yeah. If any one of you three can make one skill roll, and there are still five coins in play, then over the next day or so, also Alonzo, they can between you and Hutton, you can probably get yourself healed up to half. So you'll start healing a point a day after starting on day starting on day 102. Because I'm going to
Okay.
assume you're going to keep trying to heal yourself when you feel up to it.
Exactly.
And once you hit half, boom, the major wound shit is done, and you start healing 1 point per night. And you can either push that with more magic points to try to completely heal yourself at this juncture, or we can hold off on that. It's not a big deal. At most, I'm guessing it's going to take you 2 or 3 days to get all your to get fully healed using a combination of magic and sleeping and rest.
Okay.
Do the three of you want to still try to talk to people in town and
Yes.
make a social skill and just see what you can, if you can get any information?
I mean,
I'll try.
Okay.
Is it just
Mine's
one
a-
of us can do it, or
No,
we
all
all
three of
can?
you, because you
Okay,
guys
so
can
you said-
talk to different people, and each one
Right.
of you can try on somebody. And if they can't give you the information, they can point you in a direction of, oh, this old lady knows. So, Wabo, what did you get it with, Cabo? With a fast talk?
Fast talk, regular success.
Okay, and Loren got a persuade, I take it?
Persuade, hard success.
Okay, don't forget to check these off. Also, we're at the
My-
end of a
say-
scenario. I'm not going to make
Yeah.
you wait until next
My-
night session. We'll level everybody up. How about Shaeder?
I can try.
Yeah, if you want, you don't have to. You could go back to the boat and the ship and lie down and be like, "Fuck these."
I don't do
Intimidate.
well. I roll 39, so I think I'm going to probably just head back and lie down.
Okay, so people are still not talking to you, even though you're badly injured. As much, Captain Wabo Cabo, what you find out from your two sources is basically this. If I can find it, yes, the Wizard Wilkes is dead. Dead and gone at least 100 years. The story goes, the Wizard Wilkes came to Nithivash in the time of whoever you're talking to's like great grandfather. All right, like 100 years ago. He built a house in the woods a mile or so north of town. When the townsfolk started seeing strange things at night, like their dead relatives in the windows, and certain children started disappearing, and children started disappearing, they confronted him. He made no secret of his doings. Things got worse with strange sights, awful appearances, even in the daytime. Oh, sorry, this is when children went missing. When an old woman fell over dead at something lurking in an alley, it was enough. The men of the town took torch. Oh, the old woman who died, that was the innkeeper's grandmother, or the tavern keeper from the eel's grandmother.
Okay,
Okay.
which is why he was. Okay.
That's why he flipped out. When she fell over dead, it was enough. The men in town took torch, pitchfork, and spear to the woods, demanded the wizard give himself up. He refused. There was a short battle with certain terrible dead things that came from the house. The wizard cast certain spells that killed many, but the house was set fire to, and burned both it and the forest to the ground. A body was found in the wreckage. It was buried on the site. Stone plinth or stone like marker was put over that. The forest grew back, but it was dark and strange. No animals lived there. It's called the Eerie Forest. One of you remembers somebody mentioning the Eerie Forest. I don't remember who actually heard it.
I thought I remember something about that, but
by the townsfolk of Nithivash, nobody goes there. So you both get some variation on this story. He's dead. They killed him 100 years ago, or their relatives did. A body was found and buried under a stone there. And this forest grew. I mean, it's been 100 years, so this forest grew back. But now there's something weird and sick and awful and terrifying about it. It's about a mile north of town, which is inland. So that's the information you get from Nithivash. And when the two of you that first night come back and compare notes, and you realize you basically both got about the same story from various people who are still really, really didn't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. This guy fucked this town up 100 years ago, and the stories coming down are still like wizards do this shit and they're bad.
Still like salt in the wounds to him,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. Yeah.
Yep.
But you managed to find this out that the town is not as hostile to you. It's not straight up hostile. You probably still don't want to stay in their inn. You probably still don't want to antagonize any of the villagers. And we're going to say on this day, Kevin, at some point during this day, you're going to hit half hit points. So from day 101, from day 102 forward, you get a point back every day from your injuries. And you can even speed that up if you want by continuing to do this. But there's this woods north of town. There's a slab or a stone or something, and he's in there and he's dead. And what you can't help thinking is that Miss Eldridge was always talking about seances. Interesting. And that's where we're going to end the session, technically, but I'm going to let you guys level up.
Okay.
You defeated the monster from Cloaked in Fear.
Yay.
Hey, questions, comments, suggestions, favorite part, least favorite part. Kevin.
Okay, so we're rolling each skill to fail and gain.
Yes, you want to roll
Correct.
high. If you roll high, it gets 1d10 potentially.
Do you gain sanity for defeating a monster?
Yes, you do. Let me see.
And we saw it get killed.
Oh, yeah,
I remember that matters.
You don't technically gain sanity for killing monsters anymore, but you do get sanity for the
Seeing
scenario
it dying,
for successfully like stopping this. I'm gonna give everybody 2d4 sanity for this one. That's not a lot, but it's something.
It is.
And it's better than like a 1d10 because you're going to get at least 2 points.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Right.
You know what? No, let's... Okay, Sean's already rolled it. So, you got 4 back.
Oh, I thought you rolled it.
I was rolling it, but are you going to roll it, brother?
Oh, I'll roll it. Let me roll it.
I'd rather you do because I got a crappy roll.
Screw this. Let's bust it up. Let's do 2d6.
I always thought Andy rolled it. So
Yeah, I do, and it's going to be different for everybody. I'm going to roll individually, unless you want me to roll for everybody at once. Because I usually do individually.
Do individually.
Okay.
We all take it differently.
Well, I'll take it different. Alonzo. 9. Okay. Captain Wabo Cabo. 10.
Ooh, that's nice.
Loren, the guy that needs the most.
Thank you.
2 points. 3 points for Loren.
Damn it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You said everybody's different. And it's 2d6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't remember if any of the crewmen lost sanity. It doesn't really matter. Shit.
I don't remember you ever making them roll.
They did
in
roll.
all honesty,
they did roll when they saw the thing. They were nobody lost. I was rolling for shit.
Okay.
You know, I roll for shit for sanity loss a lot.
I mean,
yeah.
So I will tell you this though, Andy. Even all the points that you gave me, I am still not at my starting sanity.
No,
so,
some of the things you saw obviously were not the thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it was covering itself in shadows.
Good. Yeah.
So obviously, it had the ability to manipulate shadows. So some of the things you saw were its manipulation of the surrounding area. You know what I mean?
Or even though, I mean, I could even go as far as say, like, it left an imprint on me regardless. Like,
what did you guys call this thing when you talked to the villagers about it? Did you call it a cloaker? It looks like a fucking cloak, like a big-ass cloak is what it looks like.
I would call it a shadow because it attached from the shadows.
Okay, yeah. You call it a shadow. It's a shadow thing. And that's what the people are calling it. And that's what it is as far as, like, lore goes, at least in Mythivosh.
Or like a shadow stalker, because obviously we killed it. We obviously killed it because it's dead here, but it stalks
they've got
you
the
from
body.
the shadows.
The town of Mythivosh has the body. What they're going to do with it, you don't know. They might burn it. They might stuff it. Probably not. They're probably going to just destroy it because, quite frankly, these people are freaked out by this kind of crap. Wizard Wilkes scared the shit out of them 100 years ago, and now they're a little leery of this kind of thing.
Is there like a taxidermist or something in town? I want to check around really quick.
Oh my God! Give me a luck check, Captain Wabo Cabo, and then I'll need a second luck check
Oh, I failed.
There's no
By two. I
taxidermist in
failed
town.
by
If anybody
2.
does taxidermy, it's not somebody who like. Well,
Okay,
there are coins still in play.
I know, but
If
I
anybody,
don't. I don't have one, so
nope, Kevin's
people
got
don't.
them all right now. Kevin still has. Oh, Kevin, you know what? Quite frankly, you have
Yep.
5 coins. If you succeed a roll and you want to burn coins to fail it by up to 5, I'll allow it. What the hell?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
You know
haven't
what I
even
mean?
been
Like
doing
if you
that
roll,
yet.
if you're rolling and you need a 45 or above, and you roll a 43, you can burn some of these coins and fail the check. I'll allow that. Why not? What the
Okay.
hell?
So far, I've either succeeded or failed by good
Okay,
margins.
because you have 5
So
left. Everybody else has used theirs up, and then once
Right.
everybody's leveled up, I'd like
I was thinking
to
about
get question
possibly
comments and
putting
stuff.
it on the front of my ship as a figurehead. I
Dude, the
know.
thing is, it it's big and it's got thick skin, but at the same time, you think somebody could wear this thing as a cloak, a heavy cloak. You know what I mean? It
Right.
would probably
Okay.
drag. It's a little bit big. You'd have to cut the tail off. The tail, if you look at the picture that I gave you guys, the tail is mostly bone. It appears to be, with like a
Oh,
covering of
okay.
skin. You probably noticed at some point during the night that first cut, Kevin hit that thing, or Shaeder hit that thing hard, and it barely penetrated, mainly because it's mostly bone. And you realize the
Okay.
tail is probably better armored than the rest of the body. You know what I mean? And you're like, how did he even cut this thing? Man, that must have been a terrible blow that he struck it for it to actually bleed. And if you want to write down the what'd you call it, Shadow Stalker, as a
Shadow
mythos creature
Stalker.
that you met, you could put Shadow Stalker slash Cloaker. Um, you will let's see. Kevin got completely healed. We're gonna start on day 102 next time. But you will hear that the town is going to try to fill in that sinkhole. They don't want anything else from the what the hell do they call it in the Dreamlands?
the underworld.
I don't remember if that's what they actually call it. Something like that. Here we go.
The
Yeah,
Deep
yes,
Dark.
that is correct,
Okay.
Kevin. The underworld. No, it's called the underworld in the Dreamlands. There, and some people do realize, yeah, there's there's a lot of stuff going on underground. Ghouls come from there, you know that, and other things. And but nobody in town's real versed in that. Hutton, did your dreaming go up?
By 3.
Yes, I'll take it. Shaeder, were you able to use your dreaming successfully? Didn't you heal yourself a
Not.
little?
No, I
Okay,
failed every time.
okay. It's hard to get
Most of my other skills are going up, but by very small amounts.
good. Oh, well, it's still they're going
Not
up.
that one. I
That's
mean,
the one thing
I
I
made some
love.
gains, but not much.
My natural roll went up by 10.
I love leveling in Call of Cthulhu. I'm sorry, it makes me super happy to level a character.
Yeah, like stealth
I
went up
feel
by
that way
one.
every time I
One.
level a character.
No, in D&D it doesn't excite me.
Saber went up by one.
One. Your saber was already well. Okay.
Yeah, so
Psychology.
some of my skills went up, but by an average of only 1 or 2 points.
9.
I'm sorry. Doggone it. That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, it
The way
happens.
things are. But you did get some sanity back. Probably not enough, but
Oh, the sanity was huge.
yes. This you guys realize a lot of things you saw were not real, but they still struck you badly in certain cases.
Oh, I did feel my
Um,
spot hidden.
yeah, you want to fail. You want to roll
I
high.
know, I know. I
Okay.
thought I succeeded. I was getting
Yeah.
ready to erase it and not give myself any points. I'm like, wait, no, I did fail
Ha
it.
ha.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
Aaron.
a lot of my skills did go up, but by only 1 or 2 points
Well,
generally.
I'm sorry,
I've
Kevin.
done.
Doggone it.
My lowest has been 5 that I raised to skill
Good
point
God, don't
5.
brag. That's so mean. Well, Kevin.
No, but I only succeeded like with half.
Right.
All
So
right.
Survival went up one. Spot hidden went up 2. Saber went up 1.
That's disappointing.
Natural world went up 3.
So, Kevin, questions, comments, suggestions, or favorite part, least favorite part, or
This was fun.
criticisms. Yeah, I should add criticisms or questions, comments, suggestions.
No, this was a lot of fun. That was a longer battle than I expected in terms of real
no.
time, but
Hey, You could
It
have
worked out
stopped
to the
fighting
good.
anytime you wanted.
Yeah, no, our goal was to kill the thing.
And you
So
succeeded.
yeah,
Battle always is a time consumer.
I tried to keep it moving.
Yeah.
well,
Anything
Say
else?
this.
Any
no,
other comments there, Kevin? Hold on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
that was fine. Just it's a personal thing for me. Like I don't like combat to take long,
I agree.
but this was it was all right. There was a lot going on and a lot to do. Like I like to tell people the story. My favorite one of my favorite combat systems is something like Traveler because I can run combat in Traveler in almost real time.
Okay, yeah.
Like where there was a scenario where characters were raiding an orbital prison to rescue a guy,
Oh God. Okay.
and it really they had a character with clairvoyance who had scouted the prison.
Mm-hmm.
They had laser based communication point to point to video pickups in the helmets to their control ship, and they had worked out everything such that they had like a 6.5 minute window to
Mm-hmm.
get in and get out before a patrol ship would be close enough for a good firing solution.
How long
And
is
it
a
really,
round? Is a combat round in Traveler? I don't remember.
oh, I don't know, but the point of the
Oh,
matter is the
okay.
way I was able to run it was things like, okay, so who's got the door? Demolitions, would you roll? 9, demolition skill by +1, boom, you're in. First raider in, I'm in. Okay, turn the corners, guy on the left, shoot him, what'd you get? 10 hit by 2, double damage, down he goes, mission elapsed time, 7 seconds.
Okay, nice. I like a lot
And
of
and the
details in my combat.
the,
That's why
the
I went a little
scenario
slower.
actually the game that fight took 5 minutes of real time and 5 minutes of game time.
That's cool. This
That's
combat
those are my
probably
those are
took
my absolute favorites.
this combat probably took you less than a minute of game time.
Yeah,
Running after the thing, and I was pushing, trying to get it done as fast as I possibly could. One
yeah.
thing nobody thought of with dreaming, which I was so disappointed. There's nothing that says that you have to make something appear in your hand or right next to you or anything like that. And nobody caused the thing to just start glowing because that would have like if you had lit it up, that would have
Oh,
killed any chance that it had of being able to
of
sneak
like
up on you or escape at that juncture really easily, unless it just literally left and
Well,
flew
one
away, flew far, far away.
it was
So
trying to run away, which in
mhm,
all fairness, it's an intelligent creature, so of course.
yes,
But
you
the
also
other thing is,
go ahead.
from my perspective, at meta level, I figured given its size,
Hmm.
it would probably cost dozens of magic points to try to affect it with
No,
anything that affected its body.
you could have just had a little light appear on its back, just like the lights that you guys created for your hands. It didn't have to light the whole thing. If you have a bright light in one little spot, it's stuck to it, then at least you know where it is at all times. And from what you could see, it couldn't fold back. It only could fold forward. That's how it grabbed people. Or maybe it could fold back. You actually didn't know.
Yeah,
But
no,
you have an
I gave Sean
excuse.
Sean found you because he saw some light escaping from out from the thing that had engulfed Shaeder, and Sean could just
yeah,
make out that light, and that's what he ran up and saw and found it and attacked it the first time. And the
yeah. Well, we
thing,
knew that too because it could also see my legs sticking out.
yes, yes.
It
So there
didn't.
was a
It
little
didn't.
light
It
escaping from your light, which is what the only reason they were able
yeah,
to find you. Thank
yeah. It
goodness.
wasn't. It's not like an old style darkroom bag.
No, no, definitely not. And lights could seep out. But I was hoping somebody would be like, I just want to create a little light on its back. Because the thing always attacked you in the darkness, came out of the fog, and it could always see you. You guys always had light when you were walking around, so it's like, oh, they're over there in the fog.
Right,
I don't know exactly where, but I could see their light even through the
right.
fog, and I don't need
Well,
light.
I kind of
My
assume. I also kind of assumed that in pure darkness it would have an advantage
Oh,
because
oh, yes,
we
it
can't
would.
see at all, and it
Yes,
probably can see in the
it could
dark.
see in the
So
darkness, so it did have an advantage either way. And
holding
there
a
was
light
nothing you could do
means
about that. About like
yeah,
you want to light your way, or you're going to be
yeah,
especially in the fog. You're going to be bumping into tombstones. You're going to be falling all over the place and injuring yourself. So there's nothing you could
exactly.
really do about that. It did have the advantage in that case, and that all it had to do was be like, I know you're there. I know you're there. It knew that
Yeah,
Alonzo went over to the mausoleum and then turned his lights off. Interesting. It knew these two guys were on the top of the hill arguing with a light still on, but why not mess with them?
yeah.
And it went after
So I
Wabo
figured,
Cabo because he was alone. It did
yeah,
not
I
like
figured
fighting more than one
not much to be
person.
done about that.
No, and it really wanted just if it could get a person on his own, that's perfect. If it gets one or two, it can try to scare him. It's got this weird terror effect.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, but that didn't cost sanity. It was a different. It was actual some kind of magic, and I pulled from BRP for that.
Yeah.
Wabo Cabo. Questions, comments, suggestions, criticisms. Favorite part, least favorite part. Any of that you want to discuss?
My favorite part was Yalma scaling the wall or the fence and cutting it down eventually.
That was just luck of the dice. You rolled that freaking
Oh yeah,
crit. You rolled that impale. So.
right. Um, I don't know if I had a least favorite part or not. Actually, no. My least favorite part is um, our other companion not being here. That's my least favorite.
That's
part.
Okay.
Yeah,
it worked out. I mean, she was on the fence with wanting to deal with it anyway, and that's fine.
Right.
Here's another thing: that noise you heard outside the mausoleum, it was listening to your whole conversation about,
sure.
Here's how we're going to trap it and all this other stuff, and it was intelligent. You didn't know that at the time. So yeah, that was the giveaway. That yes, it's been listening to everything you said.
I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
Loren Hutton. Questions, comments, suggestions, criticisms, least favorite thing, most favorite thing.
Okay, question. What was your thought for the magic use that I should have been thinking of?
Lighting it up. Just making a small spot of bright light appearing on it like you did with this. Would have cost a point and would have exposed the thing. It would have had to have totally left at that point.
Okay.
Or at least you guys would have always had a target. And you only had 2 archers, but that's more than none.
Yeah.
And that was the thing I was thinking of, was just get some light on that thing that sticks to it. It doesn't even have to be a lot.
Especially as slow as it moved.
It had a one. Its speed was 1 movement on the ground or 4 in the air.
Okay.
So it was half the speed you guys could make. An average human being could keep up with it running.
Yeah.
And on the ground, when it's crawling around and flopping around, it's real slow. And so that's why it always flew away.
So anyway, yeah, like within 30 yards, it would take a while to get outside of 30 yards.
You could technically.
I even think a crossbow has a further range than 30 yards. Then too.
I believe his crossbow has 40. His light crossbow has 40. I think. If I remember correctly, I might be mistaken.
Yeah, I was thinking 40 or 50.
Kevin's got that information. So anything else?
Pike, 40
on my sheet.
40 yards. And this cemetery wasn't that large, but you guys ran into fog, and then that thunderstorm came rolling in, and all that was randomly rolled. I love it. It was perfect. But anyway, sorry, Hutton. This is your time to speak.
Yeah. I really liked the flow of combat. That there's a lot of times we've had it where it's like combat's like, all right, we just gang up and beat the crap out of it. And this was more of we can't just beat the crap out of it. Like, this is going to take some work. And I like that, Shaeder, like when he was engulfed, was like, hey, you're going to take a little bit of this too. Like, I don't like that he took it, but
it makes sense.
It's like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And that was, I knew that one going in. Like, well, at least I got 2 layers between me and that, so be careful. But I'm well armored here.
Your armor saved your life.
Probably the only way I could have actually hurt you is if I had an impale.
That would have been bad. That would have been real. Basically, the monster takes half damage, and whoever's engulfed takes half damage.
Yeah, and I didn't have
less armor, so So it could have been very bad. But yeah, I kind of flubbed the whole combat thing just to make it seem to make sense with you guys running to keep up and it being so slow, and so I wasn't being like super strict as far as combat goes. You had the advantage of speed, you really did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun.
But it could get up higher than your swords, and that was its only thing that it had going for it. But I think you guys did a great job. I did. Cloakers are tough. They're nasty.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't have a ton of hit points, but it had good armor, and I was rolling pretty kick-ass on the armor tonight. So, that's a thing. And we have to kill a fucking Shantak in fucking Kevin's game. And goddamn, I bet it has a lot of armor. I haven't looked up Shantak. I don't want to know anything. But that's why I want to get those cannons and some guys to fire them for us.
Yeah, killing things is often, not the only approach. And fun fact, I don't know if anyone has told you, but The Impossible Chamber does, in fact, own 2 9-pound cannons. They are
Is it them?
hidden.
Those are the guys with the cannons?
They own 2 9-pound cannons that might have walked away from a French artillery corps.
Do they have some very
No.
strong-willed men who can fire them for us?
No.
Damn
and neither of those will fit in a balloon, we promise.
What is cannons? It starts at like 5% for like heavy weapons, right? Or something ridiculously low. We are fucked.
They're A, they're not easy to use, and B, they will not fit in a balloon. Those are
I was thinking
mobile,
more of rolling them into the fucking church, to be quite honest.
They are mobile field artillery pieces.
Oh, they are mobile. They have wheels. Oh, that could work.
They're
9 pound. Is this like one you have to pull with a horse though?
You could move it with people.
Okay.
The conventional means of moving it is with a horse.
Well, the other option is just murder.
A couple of people could also do it.
The other option is murder Reverend Brown. He appears to be the only one who really knows the spell. Maybe Mr. Graves, but...
yeah, as it turns out, you do not need a cannon probably to kill him because he's a man.
No, hopefully he doesn't have, like, Flesh Ward or whatever those spells are that make bullets bounce off you.
Well, we know he's a magician.
But murder? Where's Baker? He can do it.
Yeah, there's that.
Anyway, we're going to end the stream.
And we don't know much about Mr. Graves other than that he's a murderer.
We'll be playing Regency Cthulhu here on the Max Rider channel in 2 weeks.
When is our next game?
I think it's 2 weeks. It's not the first weekend in February. First week in February. It's the second because I have
the 12th in my calendar.
That is the second. Yeah, the second week in February. I will be running
at 8 o'clock, right?
Correct. That's at 8 o'clock, February 12th
yes.
here. If anybody is watching, nobody's watching, or watching the VOD or the YouTube.
Okay.
Next week, Tuesday on Myth Brigade, I will be running Fearjet, the second session of Fearjet, which should wrap it up. And Aaron, why aren't you watching me on Twitch right now?
Because I'm.
Thanks for nothing.
I don't know.
Just move the volume down to 1%, and I get another view.
And when are we?
I don't know what that would do to my bandwidth on my internet.
That's true. That's okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying there, Kevin?
When are we meeting again for this game?
Oh, well, if people have the week after that, after the 12th, February 19th, that's a little ways, but we can tentatively.
19th is not going to work for me. Yes.
Well, what's your call, Kevin? Would you rather play this game on the 26th, or would you rather keep Regency Cthulhu on a every other week kind of thingy?
Up to you.
I'd like to get one game in of this next month, so I'd like to have the 26th if possible. Then.
Okay, then we'll do it that way. So we'll have one of each game in February.
Yeah. So February's an off month. It's a short month anyway. So we'll try to do that on the 26th. I'll put up something in. Hopefully it won't be too late in the month for Josie because you guys kind of really need her.
Yeah.
And if she can't make it next session, we could probably do Regency instead. And
in fact, let's do it that way then. If she can't make it, we'll switch games.
Yes. So we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll play this one.
Also, I don't know if you guys are aware. None of you are New Yorkers, though, right?
No. We're still streaming. Just FYI, I don't know if this is something you want on the stream or you want to wait till afterwards.
No, something that's fine on the stream because on the 7th, 8th, and 9th is Running Gag, one of my favorite little conventions.
I'm sorry, what was the name of it?
Running Gag.
Running Gag?
Yeah, it's Geneseo Area Gaming Group, GAGG.
Okay, say the dates again.
It's for the weekend of February 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Okay.
It is a wonderful little convention in Geneseo, New York, and we will be there running LARPs.
Nice.
So that's why I asked. I know none of you are New Yorkers, so that won't help you much.
I'm in North Carolina. It's pretty far.
Yeah, most of you are nowhere within easy range of New York.
Aaron I think probably the closest.
You think so?
I would think Andy would be.
I think Sean's close. Sean's closer.
Yeah, he's in Virginia, so.
Yeah, I bet Sean's closest, technically.
The point is, none of you are within easy range of New York.
No,
is what I'm getting at.
So, but there it is.
It's a good convention. It's a day
trip.
It's also a long
day trip for me.
Yeah. So Gag.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends.
First weekend in February.
For Aaron, like where in New York? Is it New York City?
No, Geneseo, New York.
How close to 80 is it? How close to Interstate 80 is it? Would be the question for me.
Not.
You said
second weekend in February.
What's the name of the
Second weekend in February. Geneseo. Geneseo. It's north and west.
It might be. I think it's Aaron.
It's about half an hour south of Rochester.
I would have to go through 3 states, essentially.
Yeah, probably.
That's
what I say. It's a long way.
They're big states.
Yeah, the
Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap
the one
up
that's actually
stream.
The one that's actually closer to you guys is in Pennsylvania, but that's neither here nor there. So let's wrap things up.
We're gonna wrap up the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing, guys. That was crazy combat.
Thanks for running.
We'll talk to y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.